Hello, everybody. I'm having some very bad technical difficulties. My music sounds funny. How's my audio? How's my audio? My camera's gone weird, so I look funny. Everything's all over the place. Oh my gosh, Bronco Bunny, thank you for the resub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Not sure why that hasn't come through as an alert. Like, I'm having so many technical difficulties right now. Give me just a sec. Let me try and sort this all out. My voice sounds okay. I bet you my face looks really strange because I updated my camera. Like there was an update and now I either look like a vampire constantly, and I don't look too good today anyway. I look very tired today as it is. So we're really trying. Looks Tepia, right? Yeah, I know. I don't really know what's going on. Not really sure what is going on. Why is my bot not connecting? Oh, guys, let's say hello to everyone. Okay, let me start from the top. Hi, Alaric. Welcome on in. Congratulations on the VIP for getting lawsuit. Hi, Steph. Hi, Crime Grime 101. Hi, Mama Ladamol. I did it. Hi, Levi. How are you doing? How are you doing? You got automod here for the gravy. Let me allow that through for you. Here for the gravy, let me see, looking great, looks Tepia, love me anyway. Here for the gravy says, I'm really excited. Why is my replay buffer stop? Oh my gosh, OBS is broken. My streaming software is broken right now, guys. Okay, I'm really excited about this. I've been watching videos for like ever now, and they're never long enough. I sound like a fangirl. Oh my gosh. It's okay, we get it. Okay, I'm still having technical difficulties on my bot side. So I'm just gonna try and restart the bot real quick. But I have prepared for today's one. I have prepared, guys. I'm not sure whether I'm gonna enjoy this style. I mean, it's gonna be the same as before, like the latter half of it, but I've decided to do a little bit of a change for the beginning of the case. Oh my god. Because I feel like I just wanted to, you know, try something new, try something good. Today I've been editing all day long. I spent maybe 6 hours on a piece of CGI for what's in the video for about 10 seconds, so... Oh my gosh, guys. I don't know what's going on with this bot. Right, let me sum that. Let me just restart it. If in doubt, restart it. Technical, yes, very technical. Was everyone being yeah, no technical difficulties? Yeah, I know, really unprofessional. I'm so sorry, guys. What's everyone been up to this weekend so far? Let me know. I've not been doing all too much. We all adore you. Oh, thank you so much. I did put on a little bit of makeup because I've had a really bad acne breakout, and then on top of that, I look like I haven't slept in about 6 years, which is correct, but it just wasn't a good look. Okay, let me get this bot to start up again. It's fine, make a cute vampire. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I mean, I can bring, like, this up more, but then it, like, looks weird. What's going to change? What other knobs can I... Oh, that's dark. Wait, if I bring this one dark and bring this one up... No, that's made it worse. Josh, you're making it worse. No, that's very dark. Bring this one up and bring this one down. That's exactly the same. No difference. Oh my gosh. Guess what game you bought? Oh my gosh, what game have you bought? Mama Ladamol says it's fine, make a cute vampire. Well, thank you very much. I need to put some chapstick on or something. My lips are a little fake. Where'd it go? Oh, it's there. Stardew. Oh my gosh, I'm very excited for you. Stardew Valley, it's the one. I made a fishing game out of pipe cleaner, says Levi, for my kid who cannot care less. Then made roast dinner. Saturdays are my Sundays, essentially, because I work on Sunday. Ah. Well, I care about your fishing game. I would like to play the fishing game. You got a parking ticket, Kian? Oh no, oh no. What have you been up to? What have you been up to? Oh. Oh my gosh, everything is just... I'm having a nightmare of a day today, guys. You know, they released these new iMacs the other day, right? And of course, now my iMac, which has been perfectly, well, not perfectly fine, but has been really good, has decided that it's gonna kick the curb. And I'm not buying a new iMac. No way in hell. That's expensive. I ain't got that kind of money. So that's what's going on here. Hearing you try and pronounce marmalade is the highlight of my weekend. Honestly, I cannot English. I've been up this since 4 a.m. this morning. It's now 20 past 10 p.m. I'm just going through it at the moment, guys. Crime Grime says true crime conspiracy theories and cryptozoology research is what you've been up to. Oh, what's cryptozoology? That sounds very, very interesting. I would like to know more. I've got 2 driving fines. Yo, you've only ever had 2 driving fines. What? No, I can't read. I once got 2 driving fines at once because I drove through a bus gate when couldn't be bothered to find other routes. I drove through the same bus gate a second time. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, my bot's connected. It is here. It is here. Let's just do a quick test. No, not that one. Let me just run a quick test. Make sure it is actually all here. Let's do a follow test. That did not do... Hello? It's not showing up on stream. Okay, let me see if I can fix that real quick. Why is this replay buffer still going? Stop. Guys, I promise we'll get to the case in just a second. I'm just trying to fight. I'm fighting for my life right now. Mix it up. Refresh. Source. Is this now connected? Oh no, that's the stream starting. Oh gosh, guys, what's going on right now? How about this time? No. Why are we not connecting? What is oh, I know why. Oh, I did this to myself. This was me. Okay. Should we just restart the stream? Honestly, it's feeling like we need to get to that point. Let me just scroll up. I've got over 1,100 hours on Stardew, so beware. Here for the gravy. I relate to that. Okay. I think... Right, let me try once more here. Events. Nope. Oh god. Why does the replay buffer keeps trying to start up here? I don't want that replay buffer. Studio mode, please. Let me just try yet again. Try and get this to connect. It will... Well, that's not correct. We should be... Oh, everything's broken. Is this now going to connect? I don't know what's going on. I'm in a lot of... I don't know what's happening right now. Why are my alerts not working? Oh! Okay, that's a good start. Let me make sure everything is loaded in here, because obviously, right, we're getting there. We are very, very slowly getting there. Apparently I need to open Dropbox, which is okay. I can do that. I forgot to open Dropbox. Dropbox is important. Come on, Dropbox, connect. Please. Okay, we're getting there. We're almost getting there. Okay, let me just catch up. So cryptozoology is the study of cryptids such as Bigfoot, Mothman, Bean-Nye. You research the origins and folklore and take accounts from people who have encountered them and try to find a possibility of evidence. Okay, I love that. I love that a lot. Are we still brokered? I think I'm... Oh! Hey!
this stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Okay, thank the Lord for that. Thank the Lord for that. We've done it. We're back. Okay. Kian says, where I had to park, I had to go onto the pavement a bit so I didn't block the road. I assume when the neighbors reported me. No. No. Okay, right. I promise. Why do I look like this right now? Like, this really isn't the vibe. Turn this one down. Oh no, I look very yellow. Let's start. Okay? I think it's time we begin. Thank you for the hydrate redeem. Guys, as per usual, if you get an advertisement, do let me know. We'll take a quick break, but let's begin the case without further ado. I've been live for 10 minutes. What? Maybe a bit longer. 25 minutes. Apologies.
Let me tell you about my best friend. She a real one, yo, she more than a best friend. She ain't never let me down, she always been around. She kept my head up when I was messing with these clowns. Yeah, she my main one, she always been the same one. Never switched up, yeah, that's my day one.
Oh no. Layla, me too, just now. I've been fighting for my life right now. Fighting for my life. Guys, thank you Layla for raiding in. Guys, make sure you go give Layla some love and support. I was watching their stream earlier, it was lots of fun, and they were playing Stardew Valley. Lots of fun. Layla, make sure you go and care for yourself, and you go look after yourself. Go get yourself a drink and a snack after streaming for so long. Echo Andromeda, hello. This is my first Twitch stream ever. Love your videos, Josh. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, welcome on in. Welcome on in. As per usual, if you do get an advertisement, let me know straight away and we'll take a quick break because I don't want you to miss out on any content. Okay, let's get in to the case. Finally. Okay, so today's case is the curious case of JoAnn Romain, or Romain. And this case you may have seen on Netflix, on their reboot of Unsolved Mysteries. Okay, just got my TV set on. So Josh, Echo from TV and phone. Oh my gosh. Hello. Right, let's get into this. Now, this is going to be a bit different from... Why does it not... There we go. This is going to be a bit different from what we usually do. Unsolved Mysteries Life, right? Unsolved Mysteries. I love that show, but also one of my favorite things about it, my favorite pieces of trivia, is that they actually change parts of what's going on in the show so that, like, they not change, but they manipulate some of the facts and put kind of the wrong fact, not the wrong facts, but not accurate facts in, so that people can't watch the show and then try and... Thank you for the clip. Thank you, Bronco. So that people don't like watch the show then try to call in and give a false tip. I think it's really ingenious what they do. Okay, let's get into the case. By the way, I don't want to see any messages about the current state of this webcam situation because I know it is a mess, okay? I don't want to talk about it. Okay, what is a clip? Hello, Alexa, welcome on in. A clip, by the way, is a... Oh my gosh. Thank you, Bob. A clip is just like, it takes a little recording of the past 30 seconds of going on the stream, and it really helps me out. It helps with the algorithm here on Twitch, and it also helps me find some highlights of the stream. Right, without further ado, I keep putting off. Let's get into the case of JoAnn Romain. Okay, so what happened to JoAnn Romain? At 9:25 p.m. on the 12th of January 2010, Michelle Romain heard a knock on her front door. You see, Michelle was the daughter of JoAnn, and she'd been expecting her mother to return home fairly soon from church, as the service that she had attended had come to a close. Though when Michelle opened that front door, her entire life was flipped upside down. On the other side of the door stood a police officer from the Grosse Pointe Woods Police Department. Michelle was understandably surprised, confused, and shocked. Why was there a police officer knocking on her front door? The officer asked Michelle whether her mother was missing. Michelle was lost for words, which prompted the officer to inform her that they had located her mother's car, JoAnn's car, in the parking lot of St. Paul's Church during a routine patrol. Though the car was empty, and evidence around the car showed signs of a potential struggle. And it had been 2 hours since anybody had seen JoAnn. In a case that would shock a nation, be featured on Netflix Unsolved Mysteries, and a case that would capture the attention of armchair detectives, let's discuss the case of JoAnn Romain. Okay, that's all I managed to prepare before I started having some very serious technical difficulties. Brandon, thank you for the follow. Why did that not come in? Why did it not show up? I don't know what's going on. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So what we're gonna do is I've already pulled up some sources. Let me switch back over to Facecam real quick. I've already pulled up some sources that we're going to be taking a look at. If you guys want to research along at home, which I know a lot of people like to do when they're watching the stream, they like to do their own research at home. Feel free to, are there any mods in chat at the moment? Are there any mods in chat? I'm not sure if there are. Let me just have a quick scan. Where can I see the list? Who is here? Oh, Jinx and Inu are both here. Okay, so if you're able to message DM either Jinx or Inu with your link, we used to be able to have links being posted right here on the Twitch chat, but unfortunately, due to recent events that have been going on, oh, I just realized that my chat is still on follower mode only. I'm so sorry. Right, I can turn this off for now. So you guys can actually chat. There you go. There you go. There you go. So it was on, oh, it's meant to be, no, wait. How do I turn it off? Off. Okay. So yeah, the chat, I'm sorry for those people who have just followed or, you know, I've just joined us and haven't been able to talk in the chat. You should be able to talk now. But basically, over the past few days, there's been some hate raids going on Twitch and on Discord and other online platforms. So my security is currently pretty high. And in the event that anything like that happens, I know what we're going to do. The chat will go to follows only mode or sub only mode, depending. But we're just trying to ignore it. You guys should be able to chat now. For those of you who weren't already following or those who have just followed, say hi in the chat. Say hi. Right, let me get up. Oh, I also have a few more tools that I wanted to show you guys today. So basically, if you're new here, what I do is we've done that little introduction into the case, but what I like to do is we go through the case as if I was researching it for a YouTube video, or as if I was researching it for an article piece or some kind of write-up like that. Not a new follower, but I was lurking, so hello, hi Gameplay, welcome on in. So if that is something you're interested in, then that's what we're going to be doing today. If you need a catch up, you can do I've got, one sec, I have some dead skin on the top of my lip. So sorry, everyone. Yeah, if you need a recap, do exclamation mark recap in the chat and it will give you a brief summary of the case that we are going over. And without further ado, let's get into it. So I've already done some preliminary research and I put up a few PDFs that I found covering the case, including a lawsuit, which was a little hint that you got for the VIP notif that I sent out. But yeah, so if you find anything on your own research, feel free to send it to me, send it to us on the Discord server, or send it to a moderator in the chat, because unfortunately links are currently deactivated. You know what? I trust you guys. I trust you guys. I'm going to enable links, but if anything is posted that is dodgy, I will be immediately turning it straight back off for obvious reasons. So I'm going to disable... yeah, I'm going to enable links. You guys should be able to post links whilst you're doing your research. Should make life a bit easier for us all. Okay, so let me show you what we've pulled up. If we see any hate, we could post heart emotes to push it out of you. That's a great idea. My panic button, so I do have a button to hit in the event that anything like that happens. It does straight away clear the chat, but if you guys could send any like love hearts or things like that, just to like fill the chat up with a lot of love and show them who's boss, you know. Steph, did you just get link blocked? Was that a link block? We do have Okay, I'm not really sure what's going on there. Can you send links? I'm confused. Okay, so let me show you. You can. Okay. Let me show you what we've got so far. Okay, jumping on over. That's not the right link. That is Mixer. That's not what I wanted to show you guys. I wanted to show you this one. Why am I so small? Am I small? I think I look pretty small. Let's bring me up a bit. There we go. I do look so washed out. Okay, so I will be zooming in for you guys who are watching on mobile or on tablet, so you can't post links. I wonder what's blocking you from posting links. Oh, I think it's Twitch's auto mod. Let me see if I can quickly turn that one off for us as well, because we have two forms of mods. Okay, let me enable hyperlinks. There you go. Try posting a link now, and it should work. It should work. Okay, so I came across this document, which I got the information for that intro piece from. Now it is the complaints, and it's the JoAnn and then Matok, which isn't JoAnn's surname, but perhaps that is her middle name, unsure. Romain murder investigation complaint. You may not be able to see that if you are on... is that not applied? Okay, so it may be best if you just send links to moderators, or just give me the name of the article and where you found it, and I'll try and find it too. Okay, so I came across this in my research, and if you guys want to know how I did that, so basically what I did was, you can't see this, my face is in the way, my big fat face. Let's move down here. Let me move myself over here and I'll flip my camera over. Transform, flip horizontal. Yes, thank you, Inu. I wasn't sure whether you were just lurking or busy or something. So yeah, if you guys could send Inu a link just by clicking on its name, then hitting the whisper button, it will then let you send Inu any links that you wish to share with me, because Inu will be able to post them here. Okay, so what I did, now we're really, let me zoom in for us. So all you do when you're Googling is the name of the thing you want, then file type :PDF. And what this will do is it will ask Google to fetch all of its results that are PDF files. So that's basically what I did. And it gave me quite a few different results here. I'm going to be making them bigger for those of you who are watching on mobile. Crime Ground says, I've grown up in Washington State my whole life, and I've been to Oregon numerous times. Before you learn to even walk, you get taught about Bigfoot. So yeah, Bigfoot I firmly believe in, and I do know that there are a lot of fake videos and evidence out there, but the people who I do know and who have had experiences are some of the realest, salt of the earth people you'll ever know, and I firmly believe them. Bigfoot is a huge iceberg dissection that goes way deeper than you would think. Oh. Okay, before we go into this, I think Twitch has just shouted at me. I think we'll just run a very quick ad break. So if those of you are new, if you are not subscribed, you'll get given a 90-second ad break. But don't worry, you won't miss out on any content, because we just take a 90-second break. Those of you who are subscribed, you guys will... did you send it me on Discord? You guys will get the nice dancing cat emotes and things like that. So not all of you will get adverts, but let's take a quick ad break, and I'll see you guys right afterwards. Hello everybody. Wow, I look so washed out right now. Is it just me, or do I have no color? No color at all. There's no color on this camera going on right now. So strange. Maybe I need to... Well, that's not going to help anything. Now I'm just really bright. Oh, I don't know what to do. Guys, we're going to have to deal with me basically in black and white. Oh! Bronco!
Stay healthy. Love your chat, Mom.
Thank you so much for sending me a Big Mac meal. Thank you so much. The first time anyone's used that, so I don't know how well it works. But thank you so much. You didn't have to. Thank you. Thank you for the hydrate redeems. Okay, I'll get to it. How do we do that? I think there is a... okay, I don't actually know. I think it will just tell you. Let me have a look. There may be a command for this, but I'm not sure whether there is. Give me just a second. Where is the commands? There we go. No, let me quickly make a command for you so that you could see. I think there is a cool off though, so you can't just spam. Let me allow that through. Mods, by the way, in you, my security settings are turned up really high. Obviously, you can let through things from regulars and let through normal things, but for what's been going on recently, for obvious reasons, I've had to turn everything up ridiculously high. So I do apologize if anyone's getting auto-modded. Okay, let me make a command. Oh, no, not that one. I'm fighting for my life, as per usual, guys. Save. Okay, exclamation mark treat. Why is LeMayo not allowed? Oh, I didn't mean to delete that. Did I delete that? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Oh, here for the gravy. Wait. I am so sorry for deleting that message. I did not mean to. Josh, I don't want to talk about the camera 5 minutes later. I'm so washed out. Right. Okay. Yeah, don't come for me like that. What does strikes do? I feel like I have 2 now. Not a lot. Not a lot. I can remove them from you. Let me I can remove them from you. I'm not really sure how. This is what I don't know. Let me find users. There we go. Who is it who's got all this strikes? It's Maddie. Let me check your. Okay, so it says oh no, you haven't got any strikes at the moment. You're okay. You're good. You're good. Don't you worry. We got you. The strikes don't really do anything. Fart. Thank you for the fart redeem. Okay, so it's exclamation mark treat in chat. So it's this. There you go. Right, let's get into the case. Let's get into the case. Let me have a little. Oh, I need to do my hydrates. Oh my gosh, thank you here for the gravy for the part 2. Very tooty. There is no color in my face right now. This is so strange. It was not like this before. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh my god. Echo Andromeda, thank you for the fart redeem as well. Okay, let's get into this. So this is one of the documents that I came across. Layla, you just missed out. Bronco Bunny just sent me some food. Very excited for it. Okay, so this is a document, as I was saying before we went to the ad break, that I found. And this was filed. Let me see when the filing date was. This was filed in 2014. Now, this case, I know took place in 2010. Why did that one get auto-modded? Oh, wait, that isn't me deleting it. That's the bot. Oh, let me fix that. Let me fix that. Let me fix that. There you go. There you go. You should be able to say that now. Someone's got ducks in their butts. That's basically right. Today, I had cheese. This is very off topic, but today I had some cheese. And honestly, when I tell you that my toilet is now a biohazard, I mean it. I mean it. Okay, let's continue. So it does say, right. So this is the document you found. The case took place in 2010. Lactose intolerant life, exactly. You should be able to say OMG in chat now. I turn off the super strict one. I hope so. Okay, let's keep going. So I was reading, oh dear, there you go. Any strikes that you've just been given, I will reset for you guys. So do not worry about that. Okay, so this is where this is kind of where I started. So I started my coverage from this part here. From this part here. So this is where we're going to go from. I think I'm going to read through this kind of like synopsis. It's not all the facts that we have available, but it does give us quite some good information. Something that I was trying to find before my computer decided to fight itself and, you know, die on me was more about JoAnn herself. I wanted to, of course, when you search her name, there is sadly so much information about what happened to her, but there's not a lot of information about who she was as a person. So something I wanted to try and find is her obituary and other things where her family's been talking about her, because I think that's very, very, very important for us to discuss this case. I think it's super important to learn about JoAnn and who she was as a person and her hopes and dreams. And yeah, I think that's extremely important in any kind of true crime research. Okay, so we know that JoAnn's car was found in the parking lot of St. Paul's Church during a routine patrol, and that at this point it had been approximately 2 hours. Is this font big enough for everybody, or do you want me to go a little bit bigger? Ooh. Is that a nice size for you? Is that a good size? Good size? Yeah? Okay. At this point, it had been approximately 2 hours since anyone had last seen JoAnn at the end of the church service. Okay. Also, just a quick side note. I look like a vampire. 1. 2, I'm extremely tired, so I do apologize if I stumble over words. Please forgive me. I'm not going to say what I said the other stream where I said that don't bully me for my speech impediment, because we all know what happened. I just said it, didn't I? Touch wood, touch wood, touch wood, touch wood, touch wood. Okay. So Officer John Doe, so this was the officer that went to Michelle's house and knocks on the front door, informed Michelle that there were police at the scene of the church searching for clues regarding JoAnn's disappearance, and that Michelle and her family should stay at their residence and let the police conduct their investigation. Oh, one more thing. I know I keep stalling. Not stalling. I know I keep going off on a tangent. One more thing. I fixed the whole music-ish situation where Twitch keeps muting my VODs, like my streams when they are uploaded, which means that these episodes will be uploaded to my second channel in their entirety, so you can watch them there too if you're interested in. Okay, so after making numerous desperate attempts to reach their mother by telephone, and after calling and speaking with some of JoAnn's closest friends to ask if they had seen or heard from their mother, JoAnn's children, currently unsure how many children she had, but hopefully we'll find out as we progress through this case, then drove to the church, where she found that the Lexus that their mother had been driving that day had been taped off with police tape, and the police were attempting to enter the vehicle. This was at approximately 10 p.m. JoAnn's children and other witnesses... I do have a second channel! ! Second channel. There you go. That's my second channel. There's not much on it, but things will be being posted because I figured out how to use the internet again. Also, there'll be a new video out tomorrow, guys. Like it's done. It's ready to go. So, and it's approved. So there'll be a new video out tomorrow night on my channel, my main channel. It's a case from India, actually. So, very interesting case. So I hope you guys are looking forward to seeing that coverage. Okay, so JoAnn's children and other witnesses further observed divers in the water across the street and a helicopter circling above with a spotlight searching the water. Of course, naturally, that's going to make Michelle wonder what the hell is going on, because all that Michelle has been told at this point is that her mum has gone missing. She's showed up to the church to where the car is, and there's police everywhere, divers in the water. I can't even begin to imagine the thoughts and the panic that was racing through her mind and her siblings' minds at that time. I just cannot believe it. Must have been such a nightmarish situation. Okay, so when Michelle did ask the police why they were looking in the water, Michelle was told there were footprints on dry pavement leading from JoAnn's vehicle down to the church driveway, across the street and down into the lake. Now, I must quickly note that I do believe that at this point in time, thank you for the subscription on my second channel. I really appreciate it. At this point in time, I do believe that it was snowy. If I remember correctly, I do believe it was snowy. So these footprints were in the snow. I'll just double check this for us. So let me, so it was 12th of January in Michigan, right? So that's going to be, what was the weather like on January 12th, 2010 in Michigan? I feel like it would have been very snowy. Oh my gosh, we are so zoomed in. Okay, let's look at the US government website here. What the heck? Okay, I don't know. Why are we in Detroit? Oh, I should have specified where we are. So we're in Grosse Pointe. I think that's how you pronounce it. I feel like I've done a case on Grosse Pointe before. I feel like I've done a case here. Okay, so is this going to let me go? How far back is this going to let me go? Or it's going to let me go back to January of 2010. Apologies if this is really zoomed out. I'll zoom in for us. Okay, so the temperatures, we are in, where is, we need to go back. No, back. Let me get us going back. So the temperatures on this day were at a minus 13 degrees centigrade. So I'll just switch this over to Fahrenheit for you American viewers, so you guys can see this temperature too. Oh, I've got to scroll. So that would have been 9 degrees Fahrenheit, very, very cold. And I'm not sure whether there was definitely snow going on, like light snow on the next day. There was definitely, yeah, there was snow that was around. It was very cold and icy at the time. So that explains the footprints. Layla says, oh no, wait, Levi says the doc I watched was making a big deal about it being snowy and sloped to the water being really steep. Yes, was this the Unsolved Mysteries documentary? Because I remember this. I remember watching this. Layla Earl says, I was about to say I recognize the place name. I feel like I definitely have done a case in Grosse Pointe. It's like a name that sticks out. I wonder what it is. I wonder what it might be. If anyone remembers, do let me know. Yes, okay, amazing. It's a good documentary. Obviously, I cannot show you this documentary on stream because it's copyrighted and all of the above, but we'll be taking a look at some other clips and things like that. Also, again, like I said earlier on in the stream, you've got to remember she was founded in Ontario. Why do I feel like I'm not saying that correctly? We'll get to that as we progress into the case. But yeah, we will be looking at some clips. We'll take a look, see if we can find anything. I do also want to show you some new tools that I've come across to help with your own research. Oh, cool. And there was a Dateline Detroit. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so Michelle found it Ontario. Okay, it reminds me of the movie Grosse Pointe Blanc. Here for the gravy. You're Canadian. Here for the gravy. Why do I know your name? Like, before you started joining streams, I feel like I knew your name. Are you on Twitter? Do I know you? Echo Andromeda says there's a movie called Grosse Pointe Blank where John Cusack is a hitman. I don't think it is this. I feel like I you know what? I have a really easy. Why would I have searched Grosse Pointe Park in the past? Wayne County. Okay, you know, this is definitely giving me... No, I've definitely done a case here before. Case? Jane Bashira. We did this live on stream. No, we did this on stream. The Bob Bashira case. Do you remember? Bronco Bunny says they won't send your food because they are delivering. I'm confused. Let me check my... Please keep your phone handy. Oh, I should probably turn my phone off silent mode then. There we go. I'm confused. So no, we have visited within our research Grosse Pointe Park before. How interesting. And this was 2 years afterwards, but this was a very different case. One that we're actually working on at the moment to bring to the main channel. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. I thought I knew this case. We went through this on stream before. Okay, so Michelle found it very odd. The police were searching the water, and she and her family begged and pleaded over and over that the police bring their K9 units to the scene using dogs to track the scent of JoAnn. Very understandable, very understandable. Why it... Yeah, you would have thought that they would have brought, what are they called? Scent hounds? Bloodhounds, sorry, to track the scent. Yeah, you would have thought they would have brought those first before bringing out the divers, but I guess they had reasonable cause to believe that she'd gone into the water because of these footprints. So Michelle, who, for those who are just joining us, is JoAnn's daughter, and JoAnn has gone missing. If you do !recap in the chat, it will give you a quick summary of the case thus far. Okay, so bloodhounds. Yes, bloodhounds. We also have a quotes command. I don't know how you add to it. Quote add. I don't know how you add to that. Okay, anyway. So Michelle was advised by the police that dogs cannot detect scent in the cold. Excuse me? Excuse me? I don't think that's how that works. When I take my dogs out in the brink of winter on a walk, they will definitely be able to smell something. They definitely latch on to some kind of scent, because my little Western Highland Terrier Pip decides to dig down into the ground and, you know, try and get out all the fox poop that is there. You know, she can definitely smell that. So this is definitely a lie. Let's see what this goes on to say. Oh wait, look, something she later learned was a lie. What? I'm just going to quickly run a fact check on this. We're just going to quickly search this up on Google. So let's see. Fun facts, dog can smell everything all the time. Fun facts, cadaver dogs search best in cold and hot weather. Oh, Alaric says if it was snowy, the scent would be diluted, but would still be able to follow. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Levi says this is because as temperatures continue to drop, the moisture in the air freezes to a solid. Eventually, the scent becomes trapped in dry solids and cannot be detected easily by the dog. Oh, this looks... I think this is what I've just come across here as well. But this is from cuteness.com, so take from that as you will. But it says this is because as temperatures continue to drop... oh wait, this is exactly what you've just sent me. It is for this reason that dogs may have trouble tracking in sub-zero temperatures, but do well on rainy days. Interesting. Okay. Well, I don't want to get on I don't want to take a tangent into into how dogs smell. That's not on my to-do list. Oh wait, let me check my email. It's telling me to check my email. Oh, cancellation. Unfortunately, your order has been cancelled. We attempted to send your order to the restaurant, and it'll be fully refunded. Thank you so much, Bronco Bunny, anyway, for trying to send that. I think it's because they're closing. I think it's because they're closing here. But thank you so much anyway. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so after divers spent several hours searching the area of the lake where the police asserted JoAnn had entered the water, the search was called off for the evening with no sign of JoAnn, despite the water in that area being less than 2 feet deep with zero current. Okay, that's right. So I'm 6'3", okay? I'm quite tall. 2 feet deep is not that deep to wade through. Like, that's the kind of depth that you can just put on some goggles, like snorkeling goggles, and just stick your head slightly under the water, or even take a GoPro or some kind of camera. Like, you didn't really need divers for that. And the fact that there's no current would mean that if someone fell into the water, it's not like they would be dragged out to sea or anything. I think we need to take a look at everything here on a map. So I'm going to open up Google Maps. I'm going to do it off do it off stream real quick, just in case it decides to show you guys where I live, which is not really the vibe. Let me see if I can find. So we're going to gross. Oh no, we'll go to the church, which is St. Paul's, I believe it was. Let me just quickly double check. Yeah, St. Paul's Church. St. Paul's. My creek in my backwater is deeper than 2 foot, right? St. Paul's, Gross Point. I wonder whether this is it. St. Paul on the Lake Catholic Church. Yes, this is it. Okay. I'm just going to make sure that nothing on here is showing you guys where I live, because I would not like to, do not like to dox myself. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so this, let's go into satellite view. So this here is the church. Yes, actually, I remember this from the documentary. So can I rotate down? Control. Okay, so this here is the church that we're looking at. Is this an okay size for everybody? I wonder if I can go a bit fuller screen. I could probably like 11. Nope. How do you go full screen? Nope. I don't know how you go full screen. But yeah, so this is the church that she went to, and if I remember correctly, we've zoomed right in. The car was actually parked like along here, not in the car park, but actually just outside on this. Oh my gosh, my computer isn't enjoying this. But just outside on this road, if I remember correctly, which is technically a car park. You can see here, like there's different car parks, and the I wanna be the very best. No one ever was. To catch them is my resource. To train them is my cause. Thank you for the tier 1 resub, Avery. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, this part here, this is where I believe the car was parked. Sorry I'm late to the stream, I just got home. That's no worries. Make sure you do exclamation mark recap so you can catch up on the case. We've not got super in-depth yet. And if I remember correctly, it was in this direction, and this was all covered in snow. And then it was across here. Yes, it was across one of these dividers, and then down here and into the water. And as you can see, there's not really that much of a drop down into that water. And let's just move across here a bit so we can peer into the water a bit more. Okay, so it says in that report that there's not a current, but there seems to be like, there has to be some kind of a current, because this is the ocean. Well, is this the ocean? Oh, it was a big lake, so there's definitely going to be some kind of a current. But I remember this area here, definitely. I think I know this case based only on the map. Yeah, if you've seen Unsolved Mysteries, you might have recognized it. But yeah, this was all covered in snow, if I remember correctly. Completely covered in snow. Which is very interesting. But yeah, they as we said, they just decided not to look any further. They just kind of gave up. So you're telling me, wait, hold on a minute. Let me scroll back down here. So you're telling me that it is 13 degrees centigrade, so what, 9 degrees Fahrenheit, right? Snow everywhere. This is a middle-aged woman who has no protection from the cold. It's late at night, and they've decided, you know what? Doesn't matter if that water is 2 foot deep. Does not matter if there is, I can see the current, yeah. There's definitely some kind of a current there. I don't believe there's no current, but I'm guessing they mean like it's a negligible current, so it's kind of a weak current. It's not something that could really take somebody, I guess. But then again, they say that even a small current could take someone. But like, I imagine there was ice on the water. Like, it's freezing. So why the hell have these divers, or the police rather, because I'm not going to blame the divers because they did spend several hours searching and it wouldn't have been their call to like stop the search. But like, Why would they call off this search for her? Normally lakes, says Alaric, have such a slow current as not to be a problem, so for divers to register no current as it wouldn't carry large objects over a mile out. Oh, I see. Levi says, thought she would take up wild swimming in the middle of January in Michigan. Right, why are they, like, stopping this search for a middle-aged woman? Why are they not... Like, hello, I know it's 2010, like, you have lights. Like, you can get the lights out, you can get helicopters out. Why did they decide to stop? It's a river though, isn't it? Not a lake. Let's take a look. We can follow this. It does say that it's St. Paul on the lake. So maybe it is a river or maybe it is a lake. Let me get this back to like a regular view. We'll zoom up. This is a huge lake. Oh, is it a lake that turns into a river? Because some... Oh yeah, it is a lake. By the... Oh well. Oh my gosh, that is a very big lake. But yeah, it's just lakes connected by some rivers. So why the heck are they not out there? Were they not out there searching? Like you can see how shallow it is from this image. Yeah, it looks like there's a river off it, but if we keep zooming out, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it is like a contained river system and lake system. Well, that's Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Erie, Lake Ontario. Oh, I know where we are in the world. Sorry, I've just orientated myself. Oh, I know what's going on. Yeah, Toronto's just there. Yeah, this is the weird place where like Canada and America are like connected. It's strange. It's connected to the Great Lakes. These are the Great Lakes. I used to live in Minneapolis. Oh, okay, anyway, I'm going off topic. Okay, so yeah, Detroit. Oh, I know where we are in the world. Hamilton should be on there too. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, yeah, so this is I'm going on a bit of an adventure at the moment. Winnipeg. Why am I not facing? Hello. Minneapolis. Yeah, I used to live here in Minneapolis. I used to live here. So I mean, I guess that's quite far away, but like not very far, right? Not very far. Okay, that's Milwaukee. That's not where we're after. And there's Chicago. Oh, I see. I get it. I know where we're at. I've been to Chicago. Okay. So my point still stands. Why did they just decide to call this off? Ridiculous. Okay, so JoAnn's body was then found by two fishermen in Amherstburg, Ontario, Canada. So where would this be? Detroit is across from Windsor. Oh, spoilers, but they did consider suicide. They ruled it... Well, I can't say that on stream. Spoilers, they did consider unaliving, but ruled it out as an unalive because there were signs of struggle by her car. Oh, I remember this. Let me just quickly switch away just in case it decides to tell you guys where I live, which wouldn't be the vibe. I'm going to just do like a quick search. Ontario. Okay, is there a way to... Okay. Let me show you guys what I've found. Love when English and accents say my province's name. I'm so sorry. So obviously this is America and here is Canada. This is the church and this is where she was suspectedly fell into the water. And then her body was then found down here. So down this river, here in this town called Amherstburg. I'm a newfie. No one says my province name right. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, so that gives us some information. They consider an unaliving and are just like, nothing more we can do. Call it in, boys. Body's not recoverable. What the heck? I know, they're really like that. It's weird. No, it's not weird. It's horrific. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. It's Newfoundland. Oh. Where's Oldfoundland? Haha, ba-bum ting. Anyway. Okay. So they, the Canadian police immediately contacted, the two fishermen immediately contacted the Ontario police on, right, I'm going to have to listen to someone say this, right? Okay. Let me, pronouns. I need someone to say this to me.
Ontario.
Ontario. What am I saying Ontario for? Like, it's Mario.
Ontario.
Ontario. How do Americans say it?
Ontario.
Ontario. There we go. Now we learned. Okay, so they were contacted by the Ontario police. Strangely, okay, so these, I believe, are the defendants in this, like, complaint are two police officers. Just to keep that in mind, from the Grosse Pointe Farms Police Department. So strangely, the police department who had closed the case on January 14th, 2010, when they turned it over to the Grosse Pointe Wood Police Department. Wait, January 14th? So when JoAnn went missing on the 12th, so that's 2 days after she went missing. Wait. Hold your horses. Are you telling me that 2 days after this middle-aged woman goes missing in the cold of winter, suspectedly into a lake, 2 days afterwards, they were like, case closed, when they haven't found anything? When they haven't found anything. I hope, and I think that they have done, and I think they've been successful, but I hope that JoAnn's family have sued the living hell out of this police department or the officers that were in charge of this case. Because what? Could you imagine? Could not imagine. Could not imagine. Okay, so it says here that despite that the police department closed it, the Grosse Pointe Woods Police Department, they immediately rushed over to Canada and falsely informs them, this is allegedly, by the way, that JoAnn was, quote, extremely paranoid, suffered from severe mental illnesses, and that no foul play was suspected. Excuse me? This hasn't come up yet. This hasn't come up before. What are you talking about? They further went on to state that JoAnn had unalived herself. Of course, I have to say, for those who are new to Twitch, I do have to say unalive instead of the actual word because it's just like YouTube, but ridiculous. So they stated that JoAnn had unalived herself to prevent the Ontario police, oh my gosh, guys, I'm so silly. Ontario police were investigating her murder as a homicide and to influence the coroner's opinion regarding the manner of JoAnn's death. Right, I'm going to catch up on chat because I'm already getting heated. Okay, so let's see, where are we at? Avery says, wasn't it called Newfoundland because it was one of the first pieces of land they founded / colonized? And we're like, yes, let's call this new place Newfoundland. I've always wanted to visit Newfoundland, says Steph. It was where the Vikings first landed. Oh. Echo Andromeda says, yes, they were equally original, naming the breed of dog from there, the Newfoundland dog. Alaric says, makes you wonder if someone with power should it down to cover something up. That's a good idea, a good theory, a good hypothesis. Steph says severely mishandled. I agree. Inu says, isn't there a nearby island called Labrador? I love that. Soul Cage is so fishy, says Echo Andromeda. Definitely. Bellametheus, hello, by the way. They tried so hard to not find her. Did she TP their police department or something? Right? Like, what? Why? What have they got against her? This church-going woman. Of course, you know, going to church doesn't mean you're a good person, but like, it's just an indication of who she was. Severe mental illness, right? Crime. This hasn't been what? Okay, it just sounds like they couldn't be bothered. I know, Layla, right? Echo Andromeda says she really seemed not mentally ill unless it was a sudden psychotic break. Right? Yeah. I agree. Lake St. Clair, says Gimpleg, is the 15th largest lake in the world by surface area, but only 26 feet deep, where the surrounding greater lakes reach a depth of 1,000 deep or deeper. Wait, is that the lake that we're on about here? Oh, it is. So at its deepest, it's 26 feet deep. Which is a... I'm fairly sure my iPhone can go that deep without it being, like, getting broken, right? That's not like it's a big dive. I mean, it's a big area, like, it's a big lake, like, I get that part. But, like, if there's hardly a current, does that make sense? Does it make sense? Okay, so Steph earlier sent over this link. Let me just see what this is real quick. Okay, no, we're not ready for that part in the case yet. Let's continue through with this investigation complaint. 8 meters. Oh, that's not that deep. That's not that deep. I've dived deeper than that. Scuba dived. How suspicious. How strange. I sent a link to an Ontario, and oh my gosh, I'm not even going to try. Ontario. Why can't I speak? Just easy to listen to. I'm looking forward to it. They didn't find it interesting enough. Oh yeah, wait, I haven't even got this far yet. So the police, it says here, the police did not find it interesting enough to warrant reevaluating their conclusion. I did it. Wait, which time did I do it? Ontario? Crime Grime says, I've had experience with family members who have suffered mental illness and never have they shown any signs and automatically jump to try to unalive themselves. There are clear warning signs before someone tries. It's not someone a person does at the spur of the moment. Right. Perhaps this is a bit TMI and a bit like oversharing, but I have battled depression for the better part of over a decade. And I have been in the situations where I have seen no way out bar unaliving. But even in the lead up to those moments, there was signs, right? Even when I settled on it, there were signs. By the way, I'm doing good now. I'm doing okay now. I'm medicated. I'm okay. But like, I've had experience with that. Those of you who've been around on my channel for a bit will know that sadly last January, my cousin committed suicide. And there were signs leading up to that, but it was still such a shock. Yeah, I mean, it's sad. It's sad, but people know, there's signs leading up to these things. It's not like, unless there's like a sudden psychosis moment. Do you know what I mean? Well, I mean, I'm not qualified to talk about this. This is one would bring in, like I'd ask my friend, Dr. Homdas, who's a forensic psychiatrist, about this kind of psychology. But obviously I'm just from my own experiences. Thank you everyone so much for your kind words. I'm trying not to read them because I will start crying. Inu says, hey, listen, it gets the best of us. I'm terribly sorry I had to go through that. Thank you so much. Guys, by the way, just to say that there are underneath all of my YouTube videos, all my true crime videos, you can find a link to a Google Doc that has hotlines, phone numbers, websites to charities and organizations in the event that you're triggered by any of the topics that we discuss either on stream or over on YouTube. So please, I just want you to know that you are loved. We are all here for you. Everyone in this community is here for you. And you know, we'll be your shoulder to cry on. So just so you know, there is something to look forward to. There is hope. Okay. They may not have been able to see it in the moment, but in hindsight, there would have been signs. Exactly. Exactly. Levi. No, exactly. And also sometimes love is blind. So sometimes you kind of not intentionally, but almost like subconsciously ignore those warnings, if that makes sense. Alaric says, I still feel guilty. I missed the last time with my mate. He gave me a necklace that meant the world to him. I'm sorry you know the pain of a suicide death. I'm so sorry you've been through that too. Avery says, even knowing and recognizing the signs isn't going to prevent someone from doing something they're solemn. That's very, very true. That's very true. Yeah, by the way, guys, we have a lovely community here on the Twitch channel and over on our Discord server. You can always reach out and somebody will always respond, so do not worry. But just always be careful, says Inu. Not everyone can handle taking on someone else's emotions. Open up, but always be cautious. Yes, completely agree. Everyone has their own things going on in their lives as well, and their own battles and struggles. So if somebody isn't super like open to talking to you about it or that kind of thing, then just know that it's not from a place of malice or a place of like disinterest or dislove or anything like that. It's just that they also have stuff going on at the same time. Anyway, right, we're getting too deep. I'm gonna run an ad break just so that I can compose myself because I'm on the verge of tears. And then after the ad break, we'll continue going through this script. I love you all very much. I'll see you after this ad break. Okay, dokie. Hello, everyone. I am still so... What is wrong with this camera? Right, give me a sec. I have to look where I live. Let me see if I can... An auto setting, maybe? Wait, what setting is the camera on? How's that? Do I have more color in me? Oh, I look really contrasty. God, I look very contrasty. Let's Oh, that's a bit better, isn't it? There's some color. Finally, some color. I mean, I'm very contrasty. Oh, wrong way. Very contrasty, but you know, we'll take it. We'll take it. Okay, guys, I'm going to try and move. I'm so happy and so glad that you guys are sharing your experiences with one another and supporting each other. Oh,
I want to be the very best. No one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause.
Thank you for the 100 bits there, Layla. Yeah, I'm so happy that you're all sharing your experiences with one another, but I am going to try and move on here. I have enabled a new command, ! Help. So that gives you the direct link to that document if you guys needed to see it. Back to the modern era. Yeah, a bit back. I'm very contrasty. Damn it, I just got rid of the Pokemon theme out my head. I get it. Okay, let's continue on here. So... God, I need the toilet. The police did not find it interesting enough to warrant re-evaluating their conclusion that JoAnn's death was unalive, even though her body would have had to float over 30 miles in 9 weeks in a mostly frozen lake, which has virtually zero current. The level of current in the lake has been confirmed by multiple reports by Midwest Technical...
I want to be the very best. No one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause.
Boom. Thank you, Alexa, for the sub with Prime. If you guys have Amazon Prime, and oh my gosh, this is making my acne look so bad. But if you guys have Amazon Prime and you want to subscribe to this channel for free and spend some of Jeff Bezos's money, then connect your Amazon Prime to your Twitch account, and then you can subscribe for free and support me for free. You don't have to if you don't want to. That's perfectly fine. Just being here is support enough. Okay, your dancing is lit. Thank you. Okay, so these currents in the lake were confirmed by multiple reports by the Midwest Technical Recovery Team, who are a search and recovery company. Okay, I'm old enough that I'm an OG Gen 1 kid. Oh my gosh, Alaric, heck yeah. Upon recovering JoAnn's body, an Ontario coroner performed an autopsy and found nothing strange about her body or her clothing. Okay. Michelle had an autopsy performed by the head of forensic pathology of the University of Michigan Hospital, who was Jeffrey Jetson, who was not involved in the conspiracy alleged in this complaint. Now, bear in mind, there is a conspiracy in this complaint. That there's been a big cover-up by the police department. That's where this information is coming from. Just so that you're aware. This contrast is making me look like I have a jawline. Anyway, so this autopsy that was conducted by Jeffrey Jetson and who JoAnn's daughter Michelle asked to be conducted revealed several conclusions that suggested that foul play was in fact involved in JoAnn's death. Now we're going to go through these. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, we're almost at a hype train, which means that if one more person subs, gifts a sub, or uses bits, it will start a hype train, which means you get to unlock exclusive emotes. Just saying. Also, for those of you who just subscribed, congratulations also, because you get access to our exclusive emotes here. If you're connected, if you use our Discord server, you get access to our case polls. So you get to vote on a case once a month that I'll cover on the channel. Oh my gosh, Avery, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Gifted. What a legend.
I wanna be the very best.
No one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. Thank you so much, Avery. You're an absolute legend. And you also get ad-free viewing. Let me update my my follower goal. Oh my gosh, we're almost at 800. Heck yeah. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to go through these parts of the autopsy. If there's anything that is too heavy, I will not say it out loud, but it will be on the screen for obvious reasons. Okay, Blue Blacker Fish, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. So JoAnn had contusions on her upper left arm where she carried her purse, suggesting a struggle, further bolstered by the fact that JoAnn's brand new purse was found with a portion near the handle visibly torn, as if it were grasped in a struggle. Oh. JoAnn's boots were brand new, with absolutely not a single scuff mark, in spite of the police's conclusion that JoAnn would have had to have walked down a very steep cement embankment around the water's edge and walk over at least 700 feet of rocks. Wait, several hundred feet of rocks by the water's edge. Several hundred feet of rocks. Sorry, I'm just... Oh, do we mean this here? Wait, where is the church? I'm guessing that means this, the rocks that are underneath the first part here. Plus legal terms, conspiracy just means that one person plot to do anything. Yeah, no, exactly. We're not talking about like big conspiracy theories here. Okay, so still the police stuck to their absurd conclusion. Maddie, thank you for the tier 1 gifted. You are 16 total gifted subs. You absolute legend.
I wanna be the very best. No one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause.
Boom, boom, boom. Thank you so much. Everything that is gifted, all the subs here goes straight back into the channel, so I really do appreciate it. Okay. So the police still stuck to their absurd conclusion that JoAnn's death had been a unalive. Okay. Guys, I really need a toilet. You guys... Right, let me find... let's find a video. Let's quickly try and find a... I'll try and find a video for us to quickly watch on this case so I can nip to the toilet. I don't want to run you guys on another BRB screen. So let me see if I can find you something really quick. And then, thank you for the fart redeem here for the gravy. And then you guys can watch that whilst I just run up to the toilets. I want to see what I can find, if there's anything. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can find anything that's got a little bit to it. like a little bit of depth to it. Let's go. Right, so I found a video here, which is family reveals new information in woman's death. So I'm going to load this one up and
Developments regarding a woman.
stop. Avery, 5 gifted subs.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To
Catch them is my real test. Train them is my cause. Thank you. That's a level 2 hype train complete. Thank you so much, Avery. You didn't have to. Okay, so I'm gonna have this video on, and I'm gonna run at light speed to go to the toilet. It's 3 minutes long. Let me see if I can turn the captions on. Oh no, there's only auto-generated. Love you very much. So I'm going to run to the toilet whilst we put this video on. This is family reveals new information in woman's death. So this also is showing us the snow that was on the ground at the time. So I will be right back with you. So see you in just a moment. Hopefully this is loud enough. Let me check.
Woman found dead in the Detroit River. Police believed the death of JoAnn Romain was a suicide, but today her daughter is calling it murder. 7 Action News reporter Smitha Kaloki went to Grosse Pointe Farms looking for answers.
Michelle Romain has an unsettled heart. 4 years ago, she, along with other volunteers, searched desperately for her mother, 55-year-old JoAnn Matouk Romain.
I believe that she's a victim of a vendetta.
Her daughter says Matouk Romain was last seen at St. Paul Catholic Church in Grosse Pointe Farms on January 12, 2010. But police in the farms told me they never got a solid witness who saw the mom there that night. JoAnn's body was found 70 days later in the Detroit River near Canada. Police called it a suicide, saying the mother parked her Lexus outside the church, then walked across the street, down the bank, and into the water.
JoAnn Romain did not commit suicide. I think there was foul play. In short, I think this was a murder.
Former Channel 7 News investigator turned private eye Scott Lewis is now reviewing the case for Romain. He says several red flags suggest foul play was involved.
From the photographs, that didn't happen. There are no footprints leading from the car. The pavement was dry.
And they say the rocky bed under the shallow water should have damaged JoAnn's shoes.
There was no gouges, there was no scrapes. Her high heels were in better shape than the ones I'm wearing at this current moment.
Michelle also says a medical examiner found her mother's arm had been wounded.
He found contusions to my mother's upper left arm. Now that's the same arm that she carries her purse on.
That's the first time Grosse Pointe Farms police chief has heard that. He sat down, freely talking to me about the case for about 30 minutes, but declined to go on camera out of respect for other members of JoAnn's family. Michelle thinks some of the family might be to blame, saying her mother's death might have been revenged against another relative.
I absolutely have individuals in mind that I'm pretty certain know or have a hand in what has happened here. The police, like I said, never even spoke to them.
Police say she has not told them who those people might be and are questioning the timing of this new information, saying it only seems to surface during the anniversary of the disappearance. One thing that is unclear is who does this investigation belong to? Michelle says she asked Michigan State Police to take over. Michigan State Police denied that, and they're not taking over this case. In the meantime, Grosse Pointe Farms says this one belongs to the Woods, while the Woods say it's the farms. Police tell me they still stand by their investigation, but if anybody comes forward with information on tips or suspects, they will readily look into that information. But in the meantime, the family is also asking that you call 188-INVESTIGATE. From Grosse Pointe Farms, Smitha Kaloki, 7 Action News.
Hello, everybody. I made it back in time. Let me just catch up on chat really quickly, see what's going on. Crime Gram Redeemed, hats off to you. No, I don't have any hats. I haven't got any in this room right now. All I have is this, like, hair thing that I could put on. Would that be okay? It, like, puts my hair back. The first icon looks like a Buy Pride flag. Oh. Wait, what's a hype train? It just gives you a bunch of exclusive emotes. Thank you for the 250 bits, Avery. Thank you for the clip here for the gravy. Yeah, it does also boost the channel as well. To create a clip, you just do !clip in the chat, Alexa. Wait, who redeems the hats off? Crime Grime, are you still here, bestie? Crime Crime? Can you guys hear me? Yeah, my mic is on. Would this be okay? I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to have to do it anyway. Hype train success. Ugh. Oh. There we go. I think it's supposed to be a hairband. Hype train, let's share the oh, why didn't I get... Oh, I didn't even get the emotes. New emotes. That's exciting. Okay. Let me close that down. So, right. Obviously, I wasn't here for that video, so can someone give me a quick synopsis of what they spoke about in this video? Is it stuff we already knew, or is it more? Hype, yes. Let's do hypes. Let's get our hypes going. Okay, let's get back into what we were reading through. Welcome on in, Acidic Louise. Welcome in, welcome in. So on the 14th of January 2010, Michelle and her sister Kelly met with the Grosse Pointe Farms officers, McCarthy and Rosati. You're so cute. Oh, thank you. Posture check. Oh. The daughter said there were marks on the arm she carries her purse with. Okay, so further indication of a struggle. Further indication of a struggle. So Michelle and her sister met with the two defendants that are in this complaint, and they told them about an incident that took place several weeks before. Okay, so Michelle and JoAnn, Michelle and her mother, and you welcome back. You got nachos. Heck yeah, love that. Shoes were in great condition. That's peculiar if she went into the water. That's not what's supposed to happen. Did they mention where these shoes were found? On her body still? Or... Because if you went into the water, you'd expect, you know, water damage and, like, the slimes that come in the water, you know, being in the water for that long. And there appears to be jurisdiction issues with no body. I'm confused. Okay, so Michelle and... No, they were found on the shore. Strange. JoAnn's heels were in really good condition and didn't match up to someone walking over hundreds of feet of rock. Wait, so were they found on the shore where her body was found? Nobody wanted to take on the case. Okay, so let's continue. So Michelle and her mother, JoAnn, had been sitting on the couch in JoAnn's home when JoAnn's phone had rung. JoAnn then spoke to an individual who we will refer to as Suspect 1. For some time when... so they were speaking for some time when suddenly JoAnn turned white and hung up the phone. JoAnn turned to Michelle and told her that if she were to go missing, Michelle should tell the police to look into Suspect 1, who happened to be a police officer for the city of Harper Woods at the time. I smell a cover-up. The police dismissed Michelle's allegations without so much as conducting an interview of Suspect 1. What the hell? So this investigation has already been ruled an unaliving, and this was partially based on an anonymous tip that JoAnn was paranoid, depressed, and unaliving, an allegation the police failed to substantiate with any of JoAnn's medical records or social tendencies. This tip was later discovered and confirmed by phone records to have been made by none other than Suspect 1, the police officer. Am I So you're telling me they didn't interview this police officer, that they didn't, and he's the one who gave the tip, and there was, and I'm sure Michelle must not have known that he was the one that gave the tip. No, because it was later discovered and confirmed by the police, by the phone records, that it was made by him. So the police, A, knew that it was this police officer that made the tip, and B, had heard Michelle's witness account of what happened to JoAnn on the phone. As I said earlier, I hope they sued this police department into the ground. Okay, so continuing on, there's so many oddities here. It makes me think of the Tom Brown case out of Texas. You did call it Echo Andromeda. So on January 14th, 2010, just 2 days after JoAnn went missing, the investigation was, for some reason unknown to JoAnn's family, turned over from the Grosse Pointe Farms Police Department to the Grosse Pointe Woods Police Department. I'm guessing these are two different jurisdictions here. So Grosse Pointe Farms is here. So this is in the area that the church was. There's Grosse Pointe Park. Where's Grosse Pointe Woods? Grosse Pointe Woods is all the way over here. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's all the way over here. And Grosse Pointe Shores is here. It's all the way over there. How bizarre. Thank you so much for the clip, Bronco. Thank you. Oh, why isn't it letting me scroll? Crimegram says, it was like JoAnn took her shoes off before she went into the water, which strangely is an unaliving tradition in places such as Japan. It's normal to take one's shoes off before they jump off a building or how place to unalive themselves. Oh, I have seen this documentary that you're recommending. Very heavy documentary, but I have seen that documentary. Let's take a look back over here. Okay, so bizarre that they passed this investigation over. Grosse Pointe Woods. Wait, where was this other officer from? Oh, he was City of Harper Woods. Okay, so Grosse Pointe Woods kept the investigation open and active for over 70 days until its status was changed to open but inactive, according to a police report with a big number on it. Then after, wait, so still only after 70 days, it was changed to inactive. They weren't searching for her. Thank you for the lurk, Avery. They weren't searching for her. After 70 days. Then afterwards, Michelle reached out to the Grosse Pointe Woods Police Department in writing in a final plea to reactivate the case, which is something she should never have had to do. She is going through a severe grief, severe loss of her mother in such extraordinary circumstances, and the police are doing nothing, zilch, to help. And so Michelle now has to take it on herself to write to the police and beg them to reopen this case, not 70 days after her mother went missing. And after a news story made national headlines on television, which is one of the good sides of media coverage of cases. Now, I'm not going to get into the discussion of the benefits and negatives. That's a whole other story. But that's also something that we actually have been able to do on my YouTube channel. We've come together as a group and helped family members get that media attention. It's really, really helped. So I cannot thank you guys enough for watching and supporting with all that. So the Grosse Pointe Woods Police Department responded in writing to Michelle, stating that the investigation was now back in the hands of the Grosse Pointe Farms Police Department, which is being passed to and fro. Of course, in these exchanges, things are going to get lost, right? Things are going to go missing. So Michelle, Crimegram says Michelle is bending over backwards to get the police to do the bare minimum of the police work they should have done ages ago. Amen. So it is still, according to this, it is still unclear why the two departments that were located less than 3 miles apart, we did see that they are very close together. So here's Grosse Pointe Woods here in this area. And then, oh, my maps is having a little, and then Grosse Pointe Farms is just here. Just here. I don't know if you guys can see that, if it's big enough. But they are so close together. So it's unclear why they continue to state that the other is responsible for this investigation. Wouldn't it make sense that this fell into the Grosse Pointe Farms jurisdiction, considering it was literally in Grosse Pointe? Anyway, one is led to believe that the two departments were aware that the conspiracy had been uncovered and that they were each trying to save face. No one wanted to do the work. Exactly. So Michelle, suspecting that the police were intentionally covering up her mother's murder, hired her own lawyers and her own investigators to investigate her mother's murder. And immediately, the lawyers began making numerous requests for information and police reports under the Freedom of Information Act, which all went ignored by both departments. Which is illegal, I may add. Due to both police departments repeatedly ignoring the requests, Michelle was forced to file a Freedom of Information Act lawsuit, as she should, which she won and for which she was awarded attorney fees. Oh, these police departments are not, they're not helping themselves. Funny how a group of randomly selected people would have likely done a better job than the people who would have actually employed to do this kind of stuff, right? Why is Michelle having to do the police work? Michelle likely is a person who pays all of her taxes, who contributes to society, contributes to the policing funds, and the police just don't want to help her. And unfortunately, this is not the first time in history where this has happened, and it sadly will not be the last. I've covered many cases, particularly cases of black victims or people of color, where the police have just done nothing. But we're not going to get into that. So the following facts are just some of what was discovered after the Freedom of Information Act lawsuits, further proving the conspiracy to cover up her mother's murder. Okay. Which is so unfortunate, right? Right. So, A, the license plate on the Lexus that JoAnn had been driving was not run until more than 30 minutes after the police appeared at her home. So how do they know whose car it was? How do they know where to go if they hadn't run the plates to find out who the car was registered to? How do they know this? The routine patrol that led the police to stop and inspect the Lexus was in no way routine. Oh. There were, in fact, no footprints in the driveway or the street. So this is talking about, let me take us there real quick. Zoom in. So this is where the car was found, in this area here. And this was full of snow at the time. And they said that there was footprints. And they now, in this Freedom of Information Act, have learned that there were no footprints in, like, this parking lot or in this street. And that the only footprints in the snow were not that of JoAnn's. Okay. The police never at any time tested JoAnn's vehicle or purse for possible DNA or fingerprint evidence. Excuse me, this is 2010 this case is taking place in. What do you mean you're not doing what is policy? I'm gathering that they didn't get the forensics teams out. If somebody has gone missing, their car is, the purse is like clearly been ripped, like the handle's been ripped. Shoes are found. Why are you not getting forensics out right away? Especially someone coming out after church. The police gave the United States Coast Guard inaccurate information in order to have them launch a search into the lake. And there were numerous witness statements that went completely ignored or were fabricated to make the murder appear to be a suicide. Ooh, and unalive. Apologies, Twitch. Oh, Why did it think there were so many emojis in that? Too many punctuations? I'm really sorry, Echo Andromeda. I can see your message. I'll read it out. So you said to Crime Graham, fair enough, teacher probably should have no, that's like that. Teachers should probably have watched it before traumatizing kids. Yeah. A doc still hits. Crime Graham then says that's sketchy AF. Line to the Coast Guard, right? So, right. Automod really said no punctuation. No, you cannot be grammatically correct. I do apologize. Let me see if I can switch that off. I think I can switch this all the way up and off. Okay. I think I've done it. Sorry about that. Automod's really on our back today. Let me have a quick drink. Automod is against the law. Oh, an ad actually is about to run, guys. So I'll see you guys after this ad break. Of course, Twitch runs these ads automatically. So we'll take a quick 90-second break, and then I'll see you right afterwards, where we'll continue on going through this document. And we've not even got to all the other tabs we've got yet, so we're going to be here for a while. So I'll see you in just a moment. Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm actually going to take this off because my head's getting very warm. Thank you for the hats off, Redeem. Let me get this. There we go. Back to my hair. Okay, Kitty's spitting bars. Yes, Bellametheus. Alexa says that cat looks like one of my fosters. So cute. Sorry if I just triggered anybody's Alexas. Oh, I just did it again. Alaric says, okay, so the police. So the police have not only screwed up and covered up a murder case, but lied to the Coast Guard. That's really sus. And shouldn't Federal be able to take over thanks to the lies told to the Coast Guard? I'm unsure. I'm not sure on the legalities there. Crime Graham says, more and more, it looks to me like the police are lying because they realized they messed up at the beginning. They're trying to make the case look like an unaliving so they don't have to admit they screwed up when it was clearly a homicide the whole time. That's the conclusion that a lot of people have come to. Okay, so I need a Strepsil. Give me a sec. Let me grab a Strepsil. Where are my Strepsils at? Okay, don't know where my Strepsils are at. I've put them in a safe space, and I don't know where that safe space is. Why do I do this to myself? I'm gonna lose my voice. Apologies if I lose my voice, guys. Okay, so Echo Andromeda says, but she was also talking to that cop who said that she was unaliving, so they were connected before her death, right? So that's one of the things that sticks out to me, was that Michelle gave this witness testimony to the police that her mother had had this phone call with Suspect 1, who was a police officer, and that her mother had said, if I ever go missing, it was Suspect 1's fault. And then Suspect 1 tips off the police to say that afterwards, to say that JoAnn had been paranoid, had poor mental health, and had been struggling with unaliving. You're allowed to say in the chat, and Andromeda, I'm just not allowed to say it on the stream. So it's fine if you say that kind of thing in the chat. It's fine. I'll just rephrase things. It's okay. Levi says, the thing that throws that theory off for me is that the patrol was not routine. They did not run the plates until after they told the family they found the car. Feels like they knew the car was there and knew who it belonged to before they got there. That's what I'm saying. Like, how did they know who the car belonged to and what house to go to if they hadn't run the plates? I mean, benefit of the doubt. Perhaps there was somebody in the church, perhaps a priest or somebody who knew the car and who knew who knew JoAnn well and knew where she lived, and maybe they spoke to them. I'm not sure. But it's a bit strange they didn't run the plates straight away. Okay, let's continue on here. So the police knocked on Michelle's door at 9:25 p.m. This was on the day that her mother went missing, and informed her that the vehicle her mother was driving had been found at the church during a routine patrol, and that a LEIN search showed where her mother lived. I'm guessing this is a license plate search. I don't know what lean is. Okay, that is actually a real word. But excuse me? They specifically told Michelle that they'd run the plates, and they hadn't. As it goes on to say, this is impossible for the reason that the plates hadn't been run until after 10 p.m. and that the police had been at Michelle's front door at 9:25 p.m. Alaric says, could a cop have unalived her with undue force and then covered it up? Not sure. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We'd love to know the population in the city and how small it is. Well, let's take a quick look. So we know that it was Grosse Pointe Farms. Yes. Let's take a quick look. Grosse Pointe Farms. So this was where the church was. So it's a population of 9,479, according to this Wikipedia census data. Oh, wait, the census data from 2010. So it says, as of 2010, there were 9,479 people in the city. I would like to know what this relationship between JoAnn and Suspect 1, the cop, had been prior to all this taking place. Like, why were they talking? What was their relationship there? What was going on? So further to the vehicle that they found, oh wait, I hate it when they miss commas. Further, the vehicle that they found, so this this Lexus, the car that her mother was driving had been registered to Kathy Matauk and Michelle. So registered to her daughters and not JoAnn. So this was clearly a big lie by the police, which begs the question, as we have been asking, how did they really know whose vehicle it was and whom were they lying to protect? You're not... It's so true. It's so true. Let me have some water. Guys, I want to make sure that you guys are also making sure you drink water and have a snack and all of the above. Crime Grime says, I've grown up in a low-mid population and rural areas. Half the time I tell people where I'm from, they haven't heard of it. Yakima and Union Gap, Washington. Oh. I'm just going to check these links. I've got some more links going on that Inu has sent over. By the way, if you guys are researching along, make sure that you just DM one of the mods in the chat. You can tell they're a mod, just not the cat bot. You can tell they're a mod because they have a little green sword next to their name. Let's see what this link is. This is from CBC, which is a Canadian news site. Okay. This is the AMP link. I wonder whether we can get this not in AMP form. CBC News. Former army, I'm 100% familiar with Yakima. Oh, love that. Alaric says she was linked to a cop they could have fought and then asked their colleagues to harass. It happened in my small town in Scotland called Portsoy. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is an extension that I have. It's called it's called News Trace. I think it's our.news. And it has it lets you, I wish I could zoom in. Let me zoom in for you. Zoom time. Okay, so it lets you click on it and it will tell you about the website you're looking at and like its history. And this doesn't currently have a media bias rating, so we're not sure the accuracy here, whether it has any fact checks. No, there's no real ratings that have taken place on this website from this extension, which is something that you have to bear in mind. And also from our last True Crimes stream, if you go and take a look at CrowdTangle, this does tell us information about their social presence. The Canadian Broadcasting Corporation International News Service. Yeah, I know. I'm letting people know what these tools are. So if these were websites that you hadn't heard of before, this is a really good way of checking their validity. So you can see here that the CBC have 17 million on Facebook. Let's check Twitter. They have 367,000 on Twitter. Do they have a Reddit account? Just notice on your screen the chat has pronouns. That's awesome. Yeah, if you want to check your pronouns, do exclamation mark pronouns in the chat. They have 170 million on Reddit. So this kind of information is really, really useful, because if you're looking at a news source that you're not sure whether it's legit or not, this can tell you what their social presence is. So it can tell you whether, like, you can use their social presence to kind of ascertain their validity, or like whether they're fake website or anything like that, because like they have 6 million on Instagram and they get interactions. So this obviously is telling, along with this extension. My Mac is really struggling right now. See, look at that. It's telling us about it's telling me that, you know, this website is legit, and we know this website is legit because it's the CBC. But like, say you're looking at you know, a local newspaper, this would be able to tell you about that. So these extensions are our.news and CrowdTangle, and they're free. Okay, so let's take a look at this article here. It's not super long, but I think it is going to tell us a bit more about oh, you guys can't even see. Apologies. Let me fix that. Wait, can I just undo? There we go. So this is going to tell us about JoAnn and who she was. So I'm going to put it in rocket mode. I'm going to bring the text size up so you guys can see. This extension, by the way, another free extension, is just called Mercury Reader, and it turns any website into something that's easier to read. Okay, so here we have a picture of Michelle and her mother. Okay, so let's just read it. So Michelle Romain believes the decade-long mystery of her mother's death won't go unsolved for much longer. CBC is like the main news source in Canada. Yeah, like the BBC over here. I'm just demonstrating how you can use tools to verify websites, and this is a really good way. This is a really good website to show what you should see, like the good signs, the green flags. But it also hasn't been rated for any biases, so I'm not sure about that. So that's in large part due to the case being profiled on Unsolved Mysteries. Though there are some credible tips coming in, says Michelle. And she says that Unsolved Mysteries fans from as far away as Portugal and China have contacted her with messages of support since the episode went live. With all the spotlight on it at this point, I know that action will be taken. Those are good extensions to know. Thanks, you're welcome. I have a whole heap of extensions that I use. Let's treat Steam. Which, you know, I kind of show off whilst we do these true crime streams, as we go through things. So you always learn something here on the channel, on the Twitch streams. You learn the tricks of the trade. Okay, so where was I? So in January 2010, JoAnn disappeared after attending an evening church service. Local police believe she walked into Lake St. Clair, fewer than 100 meters from the church, to take her own life. Her body was then discovered more than 2 months later off of Boys Blank Island, commonly known as Boblo Island, in Amherstburg in Ontario. more than 55 kilometers from where police believed her body had entered the water, which was no more than a few feet deep and had no wind current at the time, according to the investigators. Michelle Romain has been trying to disprove the police's theory ever since, hiring private investigators and soliciting tips from the public through social media pages, including Justice for JoAnn. So I'm going to open that another tab for us. By the way, if you want to know how to do that, if you have a mouse, if you middle click, like press the scroll wheel down whilst holding over a link, it'll open it in the background in a new tab. Just a little tip for you. Welcome in, Zane. How are you doing? So, as Michelle explained to the CBC, she's convinced her mother was murdered and believes her mother would never have taken her own life. So we're going to learn a little bit about her now. So she was a happy person. She was a religious person. This is something that she would never have done to herself. We know that there's people responsible for her murder, and there is going to be consequences at the end of this. Okay. As part of the Unsolved Mysteries episode, Michelle paid her first visit to the island to see where her mother's body was found. Quote, "It was definitely difficult knowing that was where her lifeless body was found. It's hard to think about, but it's something I had to do. I needed to experience that. I needed to know where her body was found, and we needed to take a look at every aspect of this case." Now, according to the Detroit Free Press, thank you for the lurking, you. According to the Detroit Free Press, Michelle actually sued the Grosse Pointe Police Departments for $100 million, alleging a cover-up of her mother's murder, though a federal judge dismissed the suit and a subsequent appeal, but said the case cited, quote, "disputed facts that are very disturbing." Okay, that's some intense stuff. I'm going to close that tab off here. So coming back to the PDF here, we are not that far down into this PDF. I mean, a lot of this PDF is just going to be information about like the court proceedings and legal jargon, but we're still going through here. So Article 35. If anyone's just joining us, if you do !recap in chat as one word, altogether, it will give you a quick summary of the case we're discussing today. Let me have another drink real quick. Don't mind me drinking Pepsi straight from the bottle. No one else in my house. I live with one other person. And Katie does not drink fizzy drinks. We're good. Only I do. Anyway, I still have this is very off topic, but I have like an addiction to like Diet Coke and Diet Pepsi. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, moving on. So the routine patrol that the police claims resulted in the police finding the vehicle that JoAnn had been driving that evening within 2 hours of church services ending was later proven false by the following means. Okay, we haven't learned this information yet. Diet Pepsi addict here. I get it here for the gravy. Here for the gravy. Did you answer me when it was like an hour ago, but I recognize your name. Do I know you from somewhere? Are you a YouTuber? I'm confused. Getting context clues. Say you're from Canada. Maybe because I'm sub for 6 months. It wasn't. I feel like I've known your name before Twitch. Not sure. Me too. Strictly Diet Coke though, never Pepsi. I get it. I usually go for Diet Coke, to be fair. Crime Grime says Diet Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew addict here. That. Do you have a Twitter here for the gravy? Sorry guys, I'm having a moment. You know when you think you recognize something and you're like, I'm sure I know you. Do you have the same username on YouTube? Do you come out of my videos? Do you have a Twitter account? Anyway, we'll get to the bottom of that mystery. I do, but my handle is Lindsay Anthony. Ah. Anyway, so on 3 different occasions, Michelle's investigators left a car parked overnight in the exact same location that the Lexus was found in on January 12th, 2010 on their routine patrol. Wait. Okay, so Michelle's investigators that she hired after all of this basically sat there to see what was happening. And they left a purse on the front passenger's seat, identical to how JoAnn's was that night, with a wallet and cash inside the purse. Milk and Pepsi's the best. Oh, I do hope you mean that separately and not mixed together. I do hope. Also, guys, if you've noticed, today I've not had any music in the background of the stream. Do you guys prefer that? Or do you prefer having music in the background? Because I feel like if there's no music, you guys can listen to your own music and do your own stuff. Okay. Not once did the test car receive so much as a parking ticket. Okay, so there's no patrol. No patrol there. Mixed together? What? Steph? Steph, is everything okay at home? Is everything okay with you? Are you okay? You are unhinged. Completely unhinged. Exactly, Belometheus. Unhinged. Who hurt you, right? Who hurt you, Steph? Why are you combining these two together? This is just... doesn't sound right. Tastes like an ice cream float. I've tried it. I mean, I don't drink milk. I don't drink milk. I drink oat milk. You're a hazard to society. I respect you. You know what? That's very true. That's very true. Thank you for the clip, Marmalade Amal. Oh, I'm not sure whether there's a timeout on the... oh, no, there isn't. Cool. Thank you so much for the clips, guys. I really do appreciate it. It really does help. Absolute nutter, incredible scenes. Right? Right? Please tell me I zoned out Pepsi and milk. Yes, Steph combines Pepsi and milk together. Pepsi and milk. There is still something that I could give you, because, like, I feel like we need to mark your account. Okay, let's... yeah, we love you. I mean, I respect your decisions. You do you. Just don't do it in front of me, because I will feel a certain kind of way. Also, my worries, I was very worried about going live tonight. Again, we're going off topic again, Josh, but I was very worried because of the recent hate raids, and we've been so good so far. I'm so impressed and so happy with everyone. It's such a loving time. I've heard of mixing ice cream and soda together, but milk? Isn't ice cream milk? I also fried peanut butter and jam sandwiches. I mean, I'm trying to think if there's anything weird that I eat. I don't think so. Oh dear, Steph. I mean, that does kind of sound good. Peanut butter and jam sandwiches, fried. It does kind of sound good. Yeah, I mean, I eat, like, instant noodles. Like, what are they called? Not pot noodles, but like super noodles. That's what they call them here. The little noodles in a packet that are flavored. A bit cheese on top. And I'm lactose intolerant, and I put cheese on everything. It's a bad time. It's a bad time. We need to help Steph. I think she's been held hostage. Oh no. Also, guys, if you want to set your pronouns, then you can set them there. Just click on that link, you sign in with your Twitch, and then it will update so I can see what your pronouns are. And it, yeah, it just means that we, you know, helps everyone out, helps everyone feel safe. Okay, let's get back to the case. Okay, so not once did this test car receive this parking ticket. Belometheus says, I mean, I usually drink coffee with a soda in a separate glass. Oh, okay. I usually have like 30 drinks on the go. I get it. This strongly indicates that the evening of January 12th, 2010 was not a routine patrol. Well, yeah, if these test cars aren't receiving any parking tickets, then this isn't a routine patrol. There's no routine going on here. And the individual... Oh, I've got cat hair on my nose. And the individuals that were supposedly doing a routine patrol and investigation that evening were in fact aware of the events occurring. These are some strong allegations. By the way, again, I'm just reading from a complaint. These are alleged, allegedly. I'm not trying to get sued here. I ain't trying to get sued. This further begs the question. Why were the police lying about the routine patrol taking place, and whom were they lying to protect? Why do they lie about running the plates? Why do they not interview suspect 1, the cop? Why did they throw about all of this, the case, to and fro and to and fro? There's so much bizarrety going on here. Wait, what is going on here? I put maraschino cherries in my soda. Oh, okay. Alaric says that's why I'm wondering if she fought with the cop she was linked to and they had colleagues harass her. Yeah. I really would like to find out more about the connection, as I said earlier in the stream, between suspect 1, this cop, and JoAnn. And then also, I imagine the different departments in this area, I mean, it's close together, they're 3 miles apart. I imagine that they are fairly close-knit cops, right? They probably all go to barbecues together and all those things that cops do. I don't really know what they go up to. Not solving murders sometimes. These are beyond... By the way, I'm not saying that all cops are like that. I'm saying these cops specifically. These are all, beyond a shadow of doubt, the most moronic cops ever to join the force, ever. Allegedly. Yeah, allegedly. Allegedly. How do they pass the entrance exams? Is there entrance exams in the States? I don't know how you become a cop in the States. I know here you're supposed to go through, like, academies and stuff. Close-knit community? Yeah, I mean, like, of the cops. Like, they were 3 miles apart. Like, surely they knew each other and, like, maybe they all knew who suspect 1 was. Maybe they all went to the pub together. I don't know. Okay, so on one hand, JoAnn's car was left alone for less than 2 hours, and the police already had a helicopter in the air. So they did have a helicopter, divers in the water, and police tape surrounding JoAnn's car, and they were forcibly attempting to gain entry to her vehicle. Someone's kid. Oh, maybe. On the other hand, the cars were left alone all night long without so much as a parking ticket. Small town, maybe a family business thing going on. Maybe. So the entire basis for why the police believed JoAnn had entered the lake was fabricated, again, allegedly. There were in fact no visible footprints on the pavement in the driveway of the church or on the street, and photographs taken that evening showed that the pavement was completely dry. Interesting. I want to see where we can find, during the next ad break, which is coming up in a little bit, I'll see if I can find some photographs here that we can take a look at. Photographs also show that the only footprints found that night were in the snow, and they did not appear to be that of a woman with size 5 feet wearing high heels, but rather of a much larger size shoe, possibly an athletic or business attire shoe. Furthermore, police never measured, molded, or casted the footprints at the scene the evening JoAnn disappeared. They just did nothing. No DNA. No fingerprinting. No running plates. Did they even interview any witnesses? Nor did they measure, mold, or cast the boots JoAnn had been wearing once her body had been recovered. Maybe that's why they refused to bring in the dogs. That's true. That's true. Okay, we're going to take a quick ad break. We'll be back in 90 seconds. We take an ad break so that people don't miss out on any content. Don't worry. You may not get an ad, you may get an ad. For those of you who are subscribed, enjoy the cat dance video. So I'll see you in just a moment. Hello, welcome on back. Okay, I did manage to find some images. Let me quickly catch up on chat here. So, here for the Gravy says, why would they do something like take a cast? They might solve the case then. True. I'm so irritated with these cops. Me too. Crime Grime says they didn't secure the crime scene, they didn't collect footprints, they didn't bring any search or cadaver dogs in. I'm starting to doubt they wrote the correct time down now. You know what? It's hard to see any of it as reliable information. You're not wrong. It casts a shadow of doubt over all of the chain of custody of evidence within this case. How do we know that those footprints in the snow weren't just a police officer's footprints? Inu says, damn, not gonna lie, I should have joined the police force if I knew they get paid to do absolutely nothing. I'm not on here to slander police officers. But these police officers, I am here to slander. Okay, so these are some of the images I found from Click on Detroit, which, again, I'm going to do a quick little click here to see the accuracy. They don't have a biases rating, but they're a verified profile, and I've used this website before, so I know that they are good. She was wearing heels. Right, exactly. Okay, so I'm going to read this down here. Obviously, I can't highlight it. Shall I move my face? Let me move my face out the way. Let's go up here. So that you guys can read. Unfortunately, I don't think I can make it any bigger. So it says, RO was contacted via cell by PSO Keith Colombo regarding a possible missing person in the lake near St. Paul's Church. PSO Colombo stated that an unoccupied vehicle was found parked in the driveway of St. Paul's Church, and footprints found in the snow across the street appeared to walk towards the water and not return. RO was advised that the GPF dive team was activated and was responding to the scene. Okay, so this is a picture of them having cornered off the screen, the scene, I guess. I've already flicked through these pictures. There's nothing there. So these are some of the footprints and scurry marks going down into the water. But this, what it looks like they've gone down, sat on their bum, or like. It doesn't look, if you were coming down to the water, wouldn't you go a different way? It looks like someone, I don't know. These footprints almost look like, these ones here, almost look like they're facing in this direction, away from the water. And that's definitely some kind of a drag mark there. And those aren't heel shoe footprints. Exactly. They're very weird tracks. No, I completely agree. Oh, and there's some more here. So here's... Wait. There's some footprints right here. If you guys can see that. And here. And then this here. Those actually don't look like footprints to me. Those kind of look like handprints. Like someone's fallen into the snow. Like face down. But this looks like two separate, like... The cops claim that she scooted down on her bum. Okay. But like, this is one track that's going down here. And then this is another. And it's just not like she, I mean, these aren't heels. Like, it's not like she jumps. Like, jump from here to here. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's keep going. So this is a picture looking across the road. And you can see the, what's it called? The separator? The, oh, it's got a word. I can't remember what it is. There are two tracks. That's what I think. I mean, obviously, I'm not professional, but and it kind of looks like there's footprints there. I assume the others are from the cops checking for her at the shore. Maybe. I'm not sure, but until that's confirmed, median. Okay, until that's confirmed, I don't know. Until that's stated. Okay, here's a view of that in daytime. in the daylight, so you can see that it's kind of steep and there's a little drop off before it gets into the lake. And there's the church. Oh, and here's what looks like a pathway. Where might this be? It's like a bit of metal. This is a very unhelpful image. Oh wait, it says down here, the icy Detroit River water where JoAnn, you won't be able to read this, it's very small, went into the water according to the police. What's this metal stuff? I want to take a look on Street View, see what we can see. So here's the tree. They alleged she went down here, basically where this woman is. I don't see this metal work. Not easy to walk down. Yeah, true. Crangram says if they were checking for her at the shore, they should have taken a picture before. No, exactly. That's just good police work. They should have taken an image before they disturbed it. But I don't understand where this where is it? Where is the link that I was just on? Here it is. I don't understand where this metal is coming from. Do you guys? Unless it's been removed from this. Can we go back in time here? Oh, we can with Google Earth Pro. Okay, let's keep going across. So this is the handbag. This is her new handbag that she had. And you can see a tear in it, look. Like how like here is a tear and a rip in the bag itself. And this is her car, which it looks like has now been swiped for fingerprints. Only now. This is a nice car. This is the outside of her car. So, yeah, it says here that they were dusting it for fingerprints, but this is much later on. Okay. Bizarre. Let's see if I can find... Oh, look. There's some more pictures over here. So let me scroll down for us. Open image in new tab. Let's hope my computer doesn't cry about. Guys, are you with me? What time is it? Is my internet stopped? What's happening? Are you guys still with me? Can you guys still see me? Oh, my network just told me that you can hear me. Okay. It just kind of went to 0. Let me just double check something real quick. You got me. Okay. Let me just double check something, because over the past like few weeks, not few weeks, maybe the past 2 weeks, my my home network has been attacked a lot. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Oh, I don't know whether my router is online because I'm connected to you guys. I must have just been attacked again. God's sake. Can they just leave me alone? Please. I'm just going to trickly see who that was. The Netherlands. All right, let me block them. Oh, how bizarre. Okay, anyway. Sorry for that, guys. Rude, exactly. So, the new password? No, it's not passwords or anything. They're people that are using my IP address and then like attacking my IP address, if that makes sense, and trying to get into the network, which I have a very highly secure network. It's we have commercial grade stuff in the house because we have servers that we run, and because we deal with because people send like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Because family members send us case files and stuff, we have to keep that super secure and super private so that nobody has access to that. So we keep everything on lockdown in this house. So yeah, we are secure. Just sometimes it destroys my internet connection when they try to do it. Okay, so looking at these tracks, let's bring them a bit bigger here. Is there a better place I could put my face? I could just make myself a bit smaller, I guess. Real quick. Beep, bop, bop. Okay, so that definitely looks like someone going down the track here. Wish I could draw. Should I open this with Photoshop real quick? So we can have a little draw. Now let me open this with Photoshop. Let me switch tab back to my face. Oh, I'm very far off the corner. Let me open Photoshop real quick. Not heels. No, exactly. I'm just going to open this up in Photoshop so we can take a look and just highlight things we want to point out. Photoshop opening. It always takes forever to open. New file. Crimegrime says she wore her purse on her left shoulder, right? It looks like someone ran right behind her, attempted to snatch her purse off her shoulder. That could explain the contusions, especially if the attacker was running fast and they were strong enough for it to bounce forward in his direction and just snap back as she held onto it. Yes, I mean, that's definitely something, that I'm thinking here is, there's definitely some kind of a struggle. Alaric says, it definitely seems like she was wrestled with by someone for her handbag and sloped down. Why, if it was a unaliving, would she choose shallow water down such a steep slope near her church? Yeah. Also, drowning is not usually everyone's first choice when they want to unalive. Without getting back into that topic, right, let's jump over to Photoshop real quick. Let me full screen it. Are we going to go full screen or no? No? Okay. You do you, boo. Oh, that's a bit too far in. Okay, so let me get a new layer up and I'll just grab a little brush. Okay, so here... Oh my gosh, that brush is very big. Right. Okay, so here we've clearly got bum marks where... or like marks where someone's fallen down and has gone this way down the embankments. And here is a little ledge here. Let me choose a different color real quick. Here is a little ledge that we could see on the street view and on those images. So that's definitely there. But things, right, I'm actually going to run this through a neural filter, which is something that is magic on Photoshop. You can run it through some AI to try and enhance an image. So I'm just going to quickly run this. So JPEG artifacts removal. I'm just going to run that to see whether it can help us see anything any clearer. Okay, cool. So we want to put it onto the current layer. Okay, that's helped us see things a little clearer. I think I'm also, for ease of use, I'm going to throw it into black and white. Because then we'll be able to see like marks more clearly. Let's keep it like that, and then the contrast, let's bring contrast up, and then we can bring the brightness up a bit. Oh no, bring the brightness down a bit. Okay, now we can see the footprints a bit more. See the footprints a bit better. Especially in maybe she was trying to escape from someone. Yes, that's what I think too. Bellametheus says, especially in winter, can't imagine that's fun. No. Given the temperature, it would most likely have been she would have died of hypothermia before she got a chance to drown fully. No, exactly. Steph says that Catholics are kind of strict against doing that. Not that it necessarily matters, just if she was devout, it wouldn't be considered. Yeah, as we know from Michelle's accounts. Wait, is this helping us? Yeah, that does help us see a bit better. As you know from Michelle's accounts, she was a religious woman. She was someone who was religious. Let me merge these layers together. I'm just also going to bring the sharpness up a bit. Smart sharpen. And this is just going to kind of bring out, that's quite a lot of sharpening. It's going to kind of bring out all of these grooves in the snow, because if snow is undisturbed, snow will not have grooves. But it won't have all these artifacts. Maybe I could try and run just one more neuro filter. That one. Run it again and see what it gives us. See if it clears up the image any. No, it doesn't. That looks horrendous. Okay, cancel. Okay, so let's come back to what we were looking at. So that definitely looks like someone fell down there. We've got a few different track marks. I'm going to use green. So we've got a footprint here. We've got a footprint here, and then there's like a circle bit here. We've got drag marks. Let me get my red back. Got drag, like what seems to be drag marks here. Which is very interesting. And there's a footprint here as well. Let's go back to green. There's a footprint, definitely a footprint here that we can see. Not a heel. No, I think drowning is the third most common methodology of unaliving among females. Oh, do you have a source for this? Do you have a source? It's much more prevalent among females than males for drowning. Oh, interesting. What else can we see here? Well, there's a footprint here. And there's a footprint here. That's kind of like a slidey footprint. Oh, it's kind of like a footprint there. Wait. No. This here does not look like a footprint to me now. Let me get my eraser out. Do you know what this looks like? Let me get a new layer up so I can show you. Let me get my, let's go with a blue. Let me show you. Really, is there a reason for it? Yeah, if you could find a source, I'd really appreciate it. I'm so sick, however, I couldn't miss the Joshua Mouse stream. Hi, Saturn. Welcome on in. How are you doing? Where's my cursor? This looks kind of to me, and this over here look like arms, and then this kind of looks like a leg, like, and here I'm not sure what the proportions are here. This could be very off, but that's what that kind of looks like that definitely to me. This one, oh, let me zoom in. Scroll across. This looks like an arm to me. That looks like a sleeve, like an imprint of a sleeve. And there's also a drag mark here. Let me get another layer up. I'm gonna run out of colors. There's also like a drag mark here. I'm not really sure what this is. That could just be the bushes. But it's actually tried to run up the snow and fell down. What is bizarre to me, yeah, that's pretty off unless the legs are brought off by the chest. I mean, maybe she fell on her back, and these don't have to be like actually like footprints. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, to be honest. Let me get rid of these. I mean, other disturbances could be made, but these kind of look like arm prints. I mean, it definitely looks like an arm print to me. This one here. This one may not be, but this one looks like an arm. It looks like a sleeve imprint. Not in shallow water, survival instinct when fighting for air would force you to pop up, either by standing or sitting up. I think it was also icy, so she would have gone underneath the ice. So there's also a lot of disturbance in the snow over on this section. Let's go back to a green. A lot of disturbance. There's yeah. Are you guys seeing anything else on this that I'm maybe not seeing? Should I upload this picture to somewhere that we could all draw on and have a look? Let me do that for us real quick. I'll jump over to Facecam while I quickly do this. I'll put it on like a somewhere where we could all just take a look at it and see what we can find. I wish there was a higher quality image available of this. Because there must be a higher quality image of this. Before we do that, let me just show you this quick tool. Let me use reverse image search. We're going to do a TinEye search. And this just takes the image and sees where else on the internet this image is. The red part looks like sliding. Oh, no image matches. Let's try doing a Google search here for the picture. No other images of this size found. Is this the only image? Bing image search. I haven't been on Bing in a long time. Pages of that image, only one image. Yeah, there's only one. Okay. Are we flipped? This is not the direction of the office usually. You're flipped on this camera. Yeah, you are. Let me get, what was it called? It's like a whiteboard? A Jamboard. There we go. Let me get a Jamboard together. How do I create one? Wait, how do I make one? Oh, it could have been a Google Meet. Let's see if we can find another one. Free online whiteboards. Let me see if I can find one for us real quick. Web whiteboard. Beautiful. Start a whiteboard. Okay, then I'll link you guys this link and then we can all go through. Whispered a link to the info. Oh, let me have a look. Okay, let me open this down here. Let me upload. I'm trying to sort this out real quick. Why won't it let me sign up? Sign up. Okay, this verywellmind.com. Where is this information sourced from? That's what I wish to know. Let me sign up. I'll be with you just a second with this link, guys. And we can all join together and have a look. Let me in. Why is it making me do stuff? Just let me in. This keeps making me try to do stuff. It was like, what's your name? What's the name of your firstborn child? What? I don't need a tutorial. Give me just a sec, guys. I'll be with you. Upload from my device. Oh, hydrate and a stretch. Thank you so much. I'll do them in just a second. Let me upload these. Okay, so I'm going to upload both versions of the image. So it's the unedited version and then a regular version. The unedited version and the version that we edited to try and see a bit better so we can kind of look at both of them. Okay. Share. Anyone with the link? Oh. Anyone with the link can view? I'm confused. How do I get people to also... I don't know how any of this works. Can I have a free trial? Give me a free trial. Why is this website like this? Why is it trying to charge me $80 to do this? Monthly? No, I don't want members. I want other people to be able to, like... Okay, let me just give you guys this link. Extending. There you go. Let me know if you guys can get on that. Voting timer? No. How do I make it so people can draw? I want everyone to be able to draw on this. Did it say how tall JoAnn was? I'm 5 foot, so I'm tiny. That's a really good question. Let me have a quick look. We can just run up the heights. Let me, I'll do my height. Oh, it says on this post, oh wait, let's go straight to the justice, oh, it's a closed group. Let's go to, the face, oh, wait 1 sec. I realize I don't want to dox my Facebook account. Let's make sure you can't see anything here. Okay, no, you can't. That's good. Let's see what we can see. Scrolling. Let's see what any information. I'm not sure if I can find anything here. It did say in this little Reddit post. No, I'm not sure. Oh, wait. This is the Oprah Daily. Okay. It says here in this one, it did have a height. So she was 55 years old, a mother of 3. And according to the Deep Dark Truth podcast, she was 4'11". Are you guys on this? Could you guys get into this? Are you guys able to get onto this website? Or should I find a different one? I'm going to find a different one. This one looks pants. Let me find another one. It won't take a sec. And whilst we do that, I shall do my hydrate, redeem, and my stretch. Hydrate, redeem. Oh, we can have up to 20. We can have up to 20 people, I think. Oh, can I upload to it? This case just seems so off. Nothing adds up, right? Okay, let's get these pictures on. Upload. Give me just a sec, and then I can give you guys access again. Oh, can I only have one picture at a time? Oh, I need to confirm him. Okay. Oh, wrong button. Eraser. Oh, undo. Add to whiteboard over there, please. Confirm. Okay. Let me share. Here is the link. Okay, guys, if you join this link, you'll be able to draw on the pictures with me. First 20 people only. How do I zoom in? Line width. How do I zoom? Can I just zoom like this? Okay, I'll zoom like this. Okay, let's switch over. There you go. You guys can now see. You guys should be able to draw on this as well, using a pencil tool. Give me the pencil tool. And let's do a red. So these are the drag marks that I see. These, like here in this area, this kind of looks like a hand. Like, sign up needed. I didn't sign up. Can you do it for free? Looks like other people are here. And then this is like the arm imprint that I thought was there. The arm imprint. Let me do my stretch redeem. Everyone stretch with me, please. Oh. Let me get rid of the other website. We don't want that one to be on. Hello? Oh, no sign up needed. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So you guys seeing the same that I'm seeing here? How do I delete this message? Delete. Cool. So I've got the both pictures up here so everyone could see. I can't really go any further. You can kind of see that felt good just stretching. Heck yeah. So you can kind of see, I don't know, it's very strange because this here looks like a drag mark and this here looks like a drag mark just because of the center divide. And then what is with all of these footprints that are over here that you can see? Yeah, this kind of looks like someone sat on the edge here. And these are like handprints to push you off. Does that make sense? Sorry if my stuff is hard to read. I'm dyslexic. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I'm also unable to read. And then there's lots of footprint commotion going on over here. Feel free to draw on anything that you see. You should be able to add like sticky notes and text and stuff on this. Oh my gosh, has there been an ad break? Huh. When was the last time we had an ad break? Oh my gosh, guys, we've gone to an ad break. I'm so sorry, I've lost a lot of people. The bottom red looks like a butt print. This one here. It does, doesn't it? But then there's more marks like down here, which is interesting. But that is such a smooth surface. Is that a purse print in the bottom right? Oh, this one. Who's on here? Here for the gravy if you want to join in, like join this. Like it was laid there. You know, that's actually a really, because this does look like a fabric, as I was saying. So I wonder whether... that's a good idea. Feel free to join in the whiteboard for a second. I'm going to run a quick ad break, and we'll be right back afterwards. Jump over to this. Let me repaste the link for you guys. Jump over to this whiteboard and keep like finding things. Make sure to use notes and everything. Good night in you. Thank you for joining us. And we'll be right back after this ad break. So I'll see you in just a moment. Hello, welcome back everybody. Basically, what I'm trying to say here with this whole thing is that these marks in the snow do not look to me like somebody walking up to the edge, sitting down on the edge of this, like, of this, and then going down like this. There's just so much disturbance in the snow, especially over like in this area over here. There's so much disturbance in the snow in like these areas. I mean, you could argue that maybe she walks along and like paced around a lot and then came back again. Maybe she lied down in the snow, or like she just kind of was thinking about it a lot. And then she decided, yeah, she's going to go and do it. You could argue that. I could see that argument. But the fact that she was not wearing, that she was wearing high heel shoes, and that these footprints are not the footprints of someone with size 5 feet, that is just strange. And she didn't have any other shoes as far as I'm aware, and she wasn't found, right? That coupled with everything else in this case, very, very strange. Okay, let's continue on. Off that little detour. Let's continue on here. So we looked at those footprints. Okay, 37. But no heels. Exactly. So at no point ever did the police of either department check for fingerprints in the interior or exterior of the vehicle that JoAnn was driving the evening she disappeared. Now, the defendants insinuated to Michelle that they dusted for and processed a fingerprint and analysis on the vehicle. However, why am I... Oh, wait, let me make myself big again. Beep, 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 beep. Bop, 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 bop. Back. Didn't she have them on when they found her? Right, I need to double check this fact. JoAnn shoes. Let's see what we've got. Oh, we've got pictures of the actual boots here. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is a picture of the boots. So you can clearly see they are heeled. Oh, and these ones must have been the ones that went in the water, because you can see like algae on them and like, you know, stuff you get when things go in the water and are in the water for a bit. Or at least that's what it appears to look like. I mean, these look like kind of salt deposits, maybe. I'm not sure whether the lakes are salty. I've never been in those lakes before. But like, it looks like algae. But they are definitely pointed shoes. I mean, this could be deposits from the snow. Like, you could argue that. What else do we have? Right, let me click onto this article from the Radio Times and see what it says. Oh, it does... Okay, this actually does give us a lot more information. So let me just double check the... No, that is one note. Go away. Let's double check this website. So, I mean, I know the Radio Times definitely heals. Let me... Right, put it into this. Because it's got some more information here. So it says, in the episode, which is talking about the Unsolved Mysteries episode, Michelle talks about her mother being Catholic and says taking one's own life is, quote, against, all beliefs of the church. She says, quote, my mum always was, and as she became older, became more about being Catholic and going to church, more than just on Sundays and, you know, going during the week. If you've heard about Catholics, unaliving is against all beliefs. And on top of this, Michelle points out that there was no unaliving note left behind by her mother, who feels she would never just disappear. That's a very true point. Okay, I'm going to continue reading through here. So JoAnn believed that she was being stalked. So Michelle, as we know, hired a set of experts to help find out what happened to her mother. And one of those people was actually a retired FBI agent, William Randall. Now, a week prior to her disappearance, according to this article, which I think is coming drawing from the Netflix episode, JoAnn was attempting to contact a private investigator. Okay, we didn't know this information. Maybe it'll come up later on in the document we're reading through. Oh my god, I've been live for almost 3 hours on this case. I'm so sorry, everybody. Randall thinks that JoAnn thought she was being followed. Michelle says that her mother was acting strange. Quotes, she was acting very troubled, not herself, very scared. She wouldn't tell me what was bothering her, and she always told me everything, almost as if she told me she'd put me and her kids in... Oh, almost as if she'd told me, so if she told her kids, it would put them in jeopardy. JoAnn was receiving more calls than usual, and she'd walk away to take these calls, which was unusual to her work colleagues. Okay. And there was also an instance where JoAnn thought her mail was being interdict... What the heck is that word? Interdicted?
Interdict.
Is that just like being intercepted? Okay, interdicted at the post office, and she thought she was being followed from the post office. Okay, so we know there was contusions. Oh, apparently here it says, quotes, they never fingerprinted the purse. They never got any DNA off of it. They never tested for any DNA, and they just acted like no big deal. So it's just shredded and torn and just let it go like that. We also haven't come across this information. So when JoAnn's body was found, all her pockets were zipped up. Michelle says her jacket was zipped right up to her chin, which isn't something her mother tended to do. Okay. Her rosary and cell phone were missing, which, you know, for a Catholic, a rosary is a very, very important religious item. And both these were but these were both things she always kept with her, according to her daughter. Quotes, when there's some kind of crime committed, what's the first thing you want to get rid of? A cell phone, because you can track a cell phone. That's very true. I wonder whether they, I mean, I doubt the police did this, but I wonder whether the police took a look into the cell phone records of JoAnn's phone at all. Because it would have bounced off towers. It would have shown when it was last used, when it last, you know, received a text message, or when it was disconnected from the network. Okay, JoAnn's shoes were intact. This is where the image is from. The police said that JoAnn walked down a very rocky surface to drown herself. However, when her body was found, JoAnn's shoes and clothes were intact, which didn't imply that she'd been traveling very far, something which Michelle finds odd. But why the rosary? That's a really good point. Why the rosary? Yeah, I mean, I've been on many a night out with some of my friends who wear heels, and one misstep and that heel is flying. These heels are intact. Sometimes you look at a pair of heels wrong and the heel just falls off. So like, so in the episode, the none of these footprints match the shoes. No, exactly, that's true too. Like, doesn't work. Hi Zara Wingu, welcome on in. In the episode, which is the Unsolved Mysteries episode, an investigator shows a woman trying to travel down the same route that JoAnn was said to have made in a pair of heeled boots. Interesting. Here for the gravy. If it was personal, that rosary would be snatched. That's true. I mean, if somebody knew JoAnn, if her attacker knew her, which, I mean, we're kind of suspecting or suspect one, the cop, right? They would have known that she was a devout Catholic, and they would have known that such a religious item would have been very important to her. True, I don't wear them. Get it. Even with the help of another person, the demonstrator can be seen struggling massively to make this journey without becoming unstable. Okay, that's a very interesting fact. That I do recommend you guys watch the episode over on Netflix if you wanted to. Bear in mind that as it's Unsolved Mysteries, they do change some of the facts in order to protect the case and to protect an ongoing investigation, so that people don't see it and are like, you know what? I'm going to pretend that I have a tip about this case because of all this information when they have nothing, like they're nothing and they're just wasting time. Okay, so quote, I believe my mum was abducted while walking out of church and grabbed from the left side where the bruises and contusions are on her arm and her purse was ripped. Pushed into her own car where the abductor then drove away in her vehicle. Okay, I remember that from the episode. I do remember. Am I live? Am I still with you? Hello? I just had a weird pop on my computer. Am I still with? Yes? Okay. State or Fed are bound to be able to take this case on grounds of lying to Coast Guard and the fact her rights have been violated by not investigating the case. And as for the rosary, it could be the killer didn't want to leave her something that meant peace to her. True. Okay, good. Okay. As I said, I'm having difficulties with technology at the moment. Apple announced these new iMacs. My iMac has decided that it does not want to live anymore. Okay, let's continue down this. So, so it was insinuated that they had dusted the car for fingerprints and done a fingerprints analysis, though no documentation of an analysis was ever turned in over to the family by either the police departments that worked on the case. Remember, it switched between two different ones. Even after the Freedom of Information Act lawsuits, which would have revealed all of this information. Crime Graham says, if she were wearing an expensive necklace, I could understand it missing, but a rosary doesn't come to mind as something worth stealing. No, exactly. I mean, a rosary, quite a common item, and it's valuable, like, to the person, but, like, you can pick them up for not that much money. So it's not something when I, like, when you think about people robbing other people, you're like, I gotta get that rosary. Maybe it fell off when she went into the water. That's true. I mean, you don't wear one anyway. Oh. I'm not too familiar with the Catholic denomination. My granddad is a vicar for the Church of England, which is Protestant, kind of. So that's kind of the Christian upbringing that I have. And I know over in America it's different as well to what it is here. And the whole works, but that's my experience. Like we don't have that kind of item. Some people do. You're not supposed to. Oh, I don't know. You grew up Catholic? Oh, yeah. I grew up Christian, kind of. I didn't go to church much. He was raised Catholic. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't. I mean, like, my family grew up far away from the rest of our family, quite far away from, like, all of our uncle and aunts and grandparents and everything. And I mean, half my family live in South Africa. So, and the other half, like, no, so we didn't really see anyone, and we didn't really go to church. Like, only when we went to see my granddad, to his services. I love that. It's so fun. Honestly, the only reason why I like going to church is at Christmas time for the carol singing, that I can harmonize and show everybody up. It's so much fun. But no, I respect everyone's beliefs. You do you. I'm not here to judge anyone for anything. Most carry them in a pocket or a bag. Oh, I wonder whether I mean, within Catholicism, it must be crime grime. Me too. Literally, me too. There must be like different like sub denominations within that, I guess. I mean, I feel like with religion, right? And I don't know whether this is just coming from my own, like, why are we getting spiritual? But like, I feel like religion is not something, if it's something you believe in, there is no rules to it. Like, if you want to carry around a rosary and wear it around your neck, then do that. Like, if you want to do that, do that. Like, if it helps you feel closer to your God, then you do you, boo. No, then, Steph, there must be offshoots of Catholicism. I'm losing viewers because I'm talking about religion. Right, let's move on. Sorry, everyone. Okay, so furthermore, the lead investigator questioned the defendants within this regarding the possibility of any footprints found in the vehicle. And the detective stated, quote, "The only fingerprints that were collected from the vehicle were that of JoAnn and her children." However, neither JoAnn, I'm going to move on a bit from religion because it's a touchy subject for a lot of people. And it's also a thing that, you know, a lot of people had bad experiences with, a lot of people have good experiences with, but I'm just going to move on from it. It's one of my rules on my channel. I don't talk about religion as in, like, massively. I don't talk about politics on my channel. You know? I don't do that. You're Norse pagan? Love that for you. Okay, so anyway. However, neither JoAnn's... See, this is the reason why my video, like, these deep dives end up being about 300 hours long. It's because I go on a tangent. I end up talking about everything else. It's so much fun. I love learning about it. Oh my god, it's almost 20 plus 1 in the morning. What time is it with you guys? It's quite late for me. Fair. Yeah, we can continue this discussion over on the Discord server. That's fine. But let's continue through this because we have so much still to get through. Okay. However, neither JoAnn's nor 3:20 a.m. for you. Oh my gosh. Hi, Saturn. Saturn, why are you not VIP in this chat? What the heck? There you go. Saturn, by the way, is one of my lovely, lovely writers and also one of my best friends. So everyone give some love, exclamation mark love, to Saturn, please, because they are amazing. One of my amazing, amazing writers. By one of, I mean, there's two. Love you so much, Saturn. We need to call soon and hang out, catch up. 8 o'clock for you? Oh, okay. Wait, Steph, is 8 for you? 8:15. Are you guys Pacific Standard? 5:19 p.m. Wait, is that Pacific? I don't know what time it is. I don't know what any time it is. Oh no, Saturn, yeah, that's fine. We'll catch you in the next few days. 9:49 p.m. for you there. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, it's I could show you. This might be backwards. Is that backwards? Oh, that's the right way around. That is the time for me. If you do exclamation mark and then love stuff, then it will send the OMG, it's not backwards. Then it will the bot send the emotes. It's lots of fun. Is that clock right? Yeah. I just replaced the batteries. Okay, we're off on a tangent again. That's the problem, right? I have ADHD, quite a severe case of it, and autism. And the ability to speak for about 300 years straight. You give me an inch and I'll give you a mile. That's why my name's Josh Miles. I'm kidding. Eastern Standard, it's 8:20. I'm in Toronto. Oh, you do have to put somebody's name at the end of the love. Otherwise, it's just like Arg1 text, I love you. Yeah, I'm not too good with time zones. Newfoundland is fun with its own time zone that's 30 minutes off. The heck? So confusing. There we go. Sending all the loves. Yeah, I mean, in the UK, we just have one time zone. Except for 10 Downing Street. They're back in the 1500s. Like, anyway. So, the detective stated the only fingerprints that were collected from the vehicle were that of JoAnn and her children. However, neither JoAnn's nor any of her children's fingerprints were on file at that time. Yes, welcome to the club. ADHD Autism Spectrum. We'd love to see it. Thus, there were no prints available for a comparison. So how are you going to be telling people that the fingerprints in the car were the fingerprints of JoAnn and her children when you hadn't even taken those fingerprints to begin with? You had nothing to compare them against. It's not like any of these people had a criminal record as far as we know. I feel like that would have come up. Newfoundland does have their own time zone. Amazing. Canada is the second largest country in the world. I'm not surprised. Okay, I'm ADHD, dyslexic, Asperger's. Oh, Alaric, I can't remember where you are, where you live in the world. But just as a heads up, we don't use, like in the DSM, they don't use the term Asperger's anymore, due to the link to the person. They just say autism because Asperger's is just autism. So just wanted to let you know. Because I know some doctors still use that term, but it's not a good terminology. So it explains why, like, these streams, my brain has plenty of stimulus. Yes. I also just keep talking. Got lots to say. I was also saying nothing at all. Okay, so if there were no prints available for comparison, how could the police possibly know who the fingerprints belonged to? Exactly. Okay, so the defendants, again, this is JoAnn's family, Michelle, and her family. When contacting the United States Coast Guard asking for a search of the lake. Oh no, wait, this is not the defendant. Sorry. Thank you for the lurk. I hope you sleep. Okay, I hope you sleep well, Saturn. You're just ADHD. We love that. The defendant, sorry, were the police officers. When they contacted the United States Coast Guard asking for a search of the lake, relayed completely inaccurate and fabricated information, such as, okay, this is getting into the information, okay? So they told the Coast Guard that JoAnn had been missing since 5 a.m. That would be 5 a.m. I know in America, you guys don't use 24-hour clocks and you call it military time. But I always use a 24-hour clock. That's 5 a.m. To me. Otherwise, it'd say 5 p.m. Right? Scotland undiagnosed in 97-98. Oh yes, they have changed it recently. So not recently, but within the past like 5 or so years. Alaric, I could find some good articles about why they changed. I mean, I'm sure you could Google it, but that is just what they have, what it is now called. Just to let you know, because yeah, Asperger's, the doctor Asperger's, not a good person. Not a good person. I want to know the Ghost Guard, right? The constant stream of noise is amazing because I don't feel pressured to do anything for once. Well, welcome on in. Welcome on in. Okay, I feel the silence. He a bad man. He really is. Maybe the police looked at the fingerprints and just said, yeah, they look like the exact size as JoAnn's and her kid's fingerprints. Yeah, but you cannot positively identify beyond a reasonable doubt that those fingerprints are somebody's fingerprints without comparing them to begin with. And bear in mind, they didn't check for fingerprints until after they had recovered the car and taken it away. So like, yeah. I wonder whether I could quickly, let me quickly have a look. Let me just quickly have a look, see if I can find something with you. Okay, so I've got a blog post in the Scientific American. I'll just share this with you right now so you guys can, if you wanted to have some future reading. It's all about Hans Asperger, who I can't say what he was connected to because of Twitch, but let's just say the bad guys in World War II. Okay, we there. Okay, let's continue on reading through. Oh, wait, I got a message. No idea. Okay, let me have a drink and then we'll continue reading through this. My husband has some autism too, but he was diagnosed. Okay. Yeah, oh my gosh, I feel bad for saying Alexa out loud because people have Alexas, but Alexa, no, yeah, it's something that hasn't really propagated with everyone. It's like some doctors are still diagnosing people with ADD, which isn't a recognized thing anymore. It just now falls under ADHD. There's 3 different kinds: attentive, hyperactive, and combined. Oh no, inattentive, sorry. Hyperactive and combined. So like ADD is just ADHD inattentive. ADHD is such a bad name for the condition. I've spoken about this before, but honestly, it's the worst name for the condition. It's a dopamine deficiency disorder. It's a executive dysfunction disorder. It's not. Oh my god, I could talk for days about ADHD, genuinely, because people think that it's like, oh wow, I bounce off the walls. No, it literally ruins my life all the time, all the time. Okay, Crimegram says, that's what I meant. They didn't do anything but look at them once and go, no need to test them. Oh, you're being sarcastic. Sorry. Speaking of being autistic. Here for the Grave says, my son has ADHD and makes him superior at video games. Heck yeah. We love to see it. But also tears him down. Yeah, it's so difficult. More attention regulation issue than deficit. Sure, yeah, no, definitely. Definitely. But there's also more to ADHD than not being able to focus on things. There's so much more to it. But then also as somebody with autism and ADHD, the crossover is not the crossover, but like the comorbidity rate on the comorbidity symptoms. I'm not really sure whether they are comorbidity or whether they just hold hands and just like to have a good time in my brain. But yeah. Okay. It's a blurred line. Yeah, I know there's a high rate, and also it's right. No, I could keep talking about ADHD. I'll say one last thing. ADHD being called ADHD is one of the reasons why so many people who are assigned female at birth do not get the diagnosis and the help they need, because those symptoms can present differently in people who are assigned female at birth, and also it can present differently with people who are assigned male at birth. It isn't, as I say, it's not what people think it is. Crime, you can hyperfocus. It's my favorite super talent, except when I hyperfocus on the complete wrong thing, because I don't have a choice. Also, my housemate gets annoyed when that happens, because she'll come in and try to talk to me, and I will just be filled with the ADHD rage because I'm focused. Fellow parents would just tell my mum to let me and my brother run outside to get the energy out, and yeah, that didn't work. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. Another tangent that we went on. Okay. So this first thing was that they told the Coast Guard that JoAnn had been missing at 5 a.m. that day. Firstly, nobody in JoAnn's family had reported her missing. It had only been approximately 2 hours since she had been last seen. Secondly, she wasn't missing at 5. At 5 that day... Oh, so this must be 5 p.m. Why would they not put p.m. then? Or put it as 1700? Come on. It confuses my brain. I'm looking at combined types who have enough classic symptoms to get diagnosed. I didn't get diagnosed with ADHD till 2 years ago. And when you get diagnosed as an adult, you go through such a... Josh, stop going on a tangent, but you do go through such a grieving process for like what could have been, you know? My late son also has ADHD, but it presented completely different than my surviving sons did. Even within families, it can vary so much. It's wild. I'm so sorry to hear about your late son. I'm sending you lots of love. There you go. Yeah, it can present differently. Definitely. I mean, half my family has ADHD. It's a wild time. Right, let's get through this. You had to have your son diagnosed first. It's a difficult process getting diagnosed, and it is a privilege also. There are a lot of people who are unable. Okay, right. So we know that JoAnn was not reported missing because she wasn't missing at 5 a.m. because she had still been with her family after a court proceeding where she was the plaintiff in a black mold case. Okay, so that's literal concrete evidence that she was somewhere, legal evidence that she had been at a court proceeding at the time that the police told the Coast Guard she had been missing. That there was a hole in the ice in the lake. So this is what the police told the Coast Guard that was not true, which was indicative of somebody entering, though there was no hole in the lake. There was broken ice the entire length of the edge of that area of the lake, which is, you know, common on... I mean, there hadn't been... Would that be common? I feel like that would be quite common on the edges of the lake. Okay, so the police then ignored the numerous statements made by JoAnn's friends, family, doctors, very important thing, an attorney's office staff, all stating that JoAnn was in no way depressed or wanting to unalive. Yeah, I mean, surely also there would have been witnesses at this court hearing that she had attended, who would have been able to tell the authorities what her state, like what she'd been like in court, like how she'd acted, how she presented herself. You know, she had doctors. Or she not? I find it very, very difficult to believe that this woman left her children behind in this manner that the police are trying to present here. Again, do not take what I'm saying as a fact. It's just my theory. It is not a fact. It is not gospel. You can draw your own conclusions. And yeah, okay. The statements speak to the fact that JoAnn was a loving mother of 3, a devout Catholic who took an absolute stand against unaliving and would never have taken her own life. The police further ignored a statement made by a key witness named Mary Louise Orsini, who was the last person to leave the church the night that JoAnn disappeared. Okay, this is interesting. We haven't got to this yet. So Miss Orsini left the church at approximately 7:45 p.m. that night, and she was certain that JoAnn's vehicle had not been in the driveway of the church, where the vehicle was parked when the police had found it. Now, that is very important information. She further testified that there was, in fact, no vehicles left in the parking lot or driveway of the church by the time that she had left. I wonder whether this church had CCTV. Side note, if you go back to the CBC site and search fire in Foxtrap or Carter Anthony, you'll see the article. Wait, what article? I'm confused. When Miss Orsini drove her vehicle out of the church driveway that night, she drove through the exact same spot that JoAnn's vehicle was later found by the police. JoAnn's vehicle had left the driveway and was later returned to a location approximately six car lengths from where it had been originally parked. Now that is extremely important information. Okay. My middle child has it worse than my eldest and myself. He has problems with social clues and has trouble making friends. Same. Same. I'm a very, very outgoing person, but rejection sensitive dysphoria, and then all of the above. If you go back to CBC site and search fire in Foxtrap, oh my gosh. Are you okay with me doing that on the stream? Or would you like me to do that later? Okay. So the police ignored statements made by at least 2 members of the church who told JoAnn's family that they saw JoAnn's car alarm going off for at least 10 seconds while they were exiting the church. Wait, absolutely. I can do it on stream, but absolutely I'll do it after stream. Unclear. I need a toilet again, guys. So the police also ignored a written statement given to the Grosse Pointe Farm Police Department on the 19th of January 2010 from key witness Mr. Paul Hawke. I'll just get to the end of this bit and then we'll take a look at that. He will testify that while driving on Lakeshore Drive the evening that JoAnn disappeared, scroll up a bit, he witnessed 2 cars parked illegally on the lake side of the road and 2 men standing near the seawall. Mr. Hawke stopped to see if they needed any help, thinking one of the cars may have broken down. But he was told aggressively by one of the men to, quote, "Get the hell out of here." Mr. Hawke also believed, based on the way that one of the men was motioning to him, that he had a gun in his pocket. Huh. I don't know if you can see the little sidebar down here, but we aren't even halfway through this. Not even halfway through. Let me just switch over to Facecam. Hello, Facecam. While I just quickly search this up. Just so I can have a look at this article real quick. Oh my gosh, is this in January? Is this the right article? Let me switch over. Major house fire, Jan 2020. Oh, last January. Oh my gosh. Major house fire. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Is that your home? My 5-year-old and his grandparents. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I cannot begin to imagine the pain that you've been through. I genuinely cannot imagine the pain and the heartbreak. I'm so sorry for your loss. Let's get some loves being sent here. I am so sorry. The fire hydrant was covered in snow and ice. Okay, let's jump back. Let's continue on here. So the Grosse Pointe Farms police, entered by an Officer Michael McCarthy on January 13th, 2010, actually included a witness statement from a Miss Martina Novak, who claimed to see a woman standing near the lake around the time JoAnn went missing. And upon the interview of this witness, she stated that she actually told the police that she had seen a 6-foot-tall, medium-build man at the scene, dressed in all black. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. I didn't want to dwell on it too long. I didn't want to... Yeah. Thank you for sharing that with us, though. So the police, blatantly changed the witness's statement so that it would fit their unalive theory, when in fact all of the facts and evidence pointed to a homicide. Okay, so the same police report then also mentions a concerned citizen by the name of Michelle Alt, who had reported seeing a suspicious vehicle, a white Mercedes SUV, parked next to the church on the nights that JoAnn had disappeared. In this report, the Officer McCarthy states that Michelle Alt did not believe anything appeared to be suspicious until she saw the morning news reports the next morning, which is another blatant lie. Investigators spoke to Michelle Alt, who is an employee of the Grosse Pointe Academy, which is a school located directly next to the church. And we can just quickly have a look here. So there's the church. Oh, and here's the academy. So it is literally right next to it. Literally right next to it. And she said that she was willing to testify that she immediately found the vehicle parked in the school's parking lot to have been suspicious. Hi, Crime Grime, welcome back. Michelle Alt was the last person to leave the school that evening when JoAnn disappeared. Let me allow that through. I realize there's no mods here right now. There you go. No one from the outside see this, like an outside policing force, see the obvious murder wasn't an unaliving. I'm not sure. And that there shouldn't have been any vehicles parked in the lots. She had never seen a vehicle at the school before and has never seen it again since that night. Further, Michelle Alt further stated, as she was leaving the school's parking lot, she saw a man running along Lakeshore Drive near the church, which I believe is... where's Lakeshore Drive? Oh, here it is. This is the main road here. This is Lakeshore Drive. Wrong one, Josh. Although it was dark, she vividly remembers seeing that he was wearing a scarf and appeared to not have been wearing a coat. And the police failed to investigate this tip. This is I'm getting more and more angry here. Guys, we're going to run a quick ad break so I can run to the toilet. And then we'll be right back and we're going to try and finish this case. We are going on 3.5 hours. We're going to try and finish this case and this information we've got. So I'll see you in 90 seconds. I've got to run. I've got to run fast. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I ran at light speed, but I had to be quick. I mean, quiet, because my housemate's asleep and both of my cats are asleep. Okay. Police still not doing the very least. Not even the bare minimum. What are they paid for? Okay, let's keep on going. Oh, it's quite bright in here. Okay, so in that same police report, so the exact same police report, on the 19th of January 2010, so this is 9 days, I believe. I think it was the 10th. Let me just double check here. Here we go. When it was the 12th, so this is 7 days. Is that maths? Yeah. So the week after, Officer McCarthy, who's one of the defendants in this lawsuit, stated that he informed Sergeant, I'm not going to try and pronounce it, that the Midwest Technical Recovery Team had exhausted their search efforts and that they did not want, and that they do not believe that JoAnn had been in the lake. And still, the investigation continued to be that of an unaliving event, not a homicide. The expert divers had canvassed the entire area where JoAnn's body would have been found. If she did, in fact, unalive in that lake that evening, and they found nothing, right? The dive team told the police that JoAnn had not been in the lake, and the defendants, the police, ignored yet another important detail, pointing the investigation towards a murder. After this, the countdown, I'm going to watch Mando or X-Men cartoon. Oh, sounds fun. Okay, so in the exact same police report, this is a hefty police report. The police department is all a large scam for tax funding, and they eventually got called out for a case, and nobody convinced me otherwise. But I don't think they had any idea what they were doing. I had no idea what they were doing. Do you even know what a police officer is? Okay, so in this hefty police report, I can't believe how bad this is. Yeah, right. Also, because there was a Freedom of Information Act request, we could probably find the information that was revealed in that Freedom of Information Act request. Probably. But we're not going to today, because that would make the stream 26 hours long. So Officer McCarthy, one of the defendants, stated that Michelle, JoAnn's daughter, had told him that a witness from this church, who was called Cheryl Solar, had told her that she had witnessed JoAnn's panic alarm go off for a period of approximately 10 seconds. But the police never contacted Mrs. Solar or Miss Solar to investigate this further. If the police weren't sitting around with their fingers, their thumbs up their bumholes, they would have closed this case and caught a killer. Okay. So a different police report, the Grosse Pointe Woods police report, entered by Officer John Ross on January 17th, 2010. So this was, what, 5 days after... 5 days after JoAnn went missing, included a witness statement from a retired FBI agent who was called Teresa Mack, who was a friend of JoAnn's. Okay, and Teresa Mack, the FBI agent, retired, told the police that suspect 1, which is this cop, and a second individual, who this refers to as suspect 2, should be people of interest in the murder of JoAnn. Are you kidding me? An ex-FBI agent is telling you that to look into these people, and they just don't? And in a further Grosse Pointe Farms police report, it showed that Michelle had also told the police that the same 2 people should have been considered people of interest. Yet, the police conducted no investigation at all into suspect 1 whatsoever. And only information obtained about suspect 2 involved his banking and financial information, and a polygraph report that was never turned over to JoAnn's family. I mean, it's a polygraph report, just an intimidation technique used during interviewing stages, but still, something of note. Okay, going further, I mean, if you've watched my channel before, you'll know my stance on polygraph reports. There is a reason that they're inadmissible in a court of law. So the Grosse Pointe Woods police reports, which was entered by Keith Wazak on February 5th, 2010, so this was the next month, confirms that 2 polygraph tests had been conformed. One with suspect 2 and one with John Matouk, who is JoAnn's brother. Even from the Freedom of Information Act lawsuits, the polygraph of suspect 2 has never been turned over to Michelle, and the results are unknown. John Matouk's polygraph results revealed that he was telling the truth regarding knowing nothing about what happened to JoAnn. Yeah, quite a few that aren't from the US. The USA case, I can't remember her name, but it's theorized the police killed her and her brother to stage it as the brother killing her. Oh my God. Okay, so another police report entered on January 13th, 2010. So this is the day after. This is the day after that JoAnn went missing. Stated that a witness from the church service by the name of Mrs. Elizabeth Fisher had called the police station to tell them that she had seen JoAnn leaving the church at around 7:20 p.m. on the night that she disappeared, and that her body language did indicate that she was depressed. But this is another lie. Michelle's private investigators interviewed Mrs. Fisher, and she swears that she had never said anything of the sort. In fact, Mrs. Fisher actually told the police that she simply saw JoAnn exiting the church, but that her friend, Teresa Brown, later told her that she had witnessed JoAnn's panic alarm going off for approximately 10 seconds, which was also witnessed by Cheryl Solar, which we previously discussed. Another report entered by the Grosse Pointe Woods Police Department stated that Officer Keith Wazak had a conversation with witness Mrs. Elizabeth Fisher, and that she stated that her friend Teresa Brown had seen and heard what? And she stated that what her friend Teresa Brown had seen and heard was not a panic alarm, but rather the sound of the car doors being locked, 2 audible chirps. Again, why a witness's statement was blatantly changed is a mystery and very concerning. This is just getting worse and worse. Okay, so a witness by the name of Suzanne, I'm not going to try, was interviewed by Michelle's private investigator, and she was outraged because she was completely ignored by the police when she tried to give a statement that she saw a man walking in a strange manner on Lakeshore Road, which is the big road next to the church, near the church, at approximately 8:25 p.m. on the night that JoAnn disappeared, on the waterside, dressed in non-athletic apparel. When she passed him and looked back in her rearview mirror, he was crossing over into the church. The next morning, on January 13th, 2010, what was her name again? Suzanne had gone to the scene where the divers were the next morning on her way to work to explain what she had seen the night before. But the police wouldn't listen to her or give her the time of day, so she just got back into her car and left. She also called the Grosse Pointe Woods Police Department, but nobody would take her statement. She is not even mentioned in any of the police reports from either department. Okay. This is a big case. Okay, so another police report filed by the Grosse Pointe Farms Police this time on the 18th of January 2010 makes reference to evidence found at the scene of JoAnn's disappearance. 2 items mentioned in the report are a purse that belonged to JoAnn and a scarf that was found in the street across from the church, which did not belong to JoAnn and could have possibly belonged to the murderer. Now, both of these, so much injustice done here, right? Now, both of these items were secured into an evidence locker, and the purse was eventually returned to JoAnn's family without ever being dusted for fingerprints or tested for possible DNA evidence. And the scarf, which could have belonged to JoAnn's murderer, was never tested for DNA evidence and was never turned over to JoAnn's family. Now, the whereabouts of this scarf are currently unknown. Okay. Another police report stated that he discovered that canine units were not requested on the night of JoAnn's disappearance, based on the assumption that JoAnn had entered the lake. And this confirms that the defendants, the police, did in fact conspire to hide a murder. The police did not request canine search dogs because they knew that the dogs would not point to the water, but rather in the direction of JoAnn's murder. Okay, now I wonder, so that brings us to the end of the evidence here. The rest are just the legal jargon. I would like to see what, oh, so this was plaintiffs. Oh wait, this is a Pacer case file search. Okay, I am going to quickly jump over to Pacer real quick, just to see if we can find what the outcome of this was. The outcome of this, I mean, it was a trial by jury, so hopefully we can find something. Obviously, I can't show me logging into Pacer, but for those who don't know, Pacer is the public access to court electronic records, and it allows members of the public to go on and search cases and see what they can find. Okay, let's switch back to it. Now let me zoom in. Okay, so we can find a case here, and we know the case number. So hopefully we can just search it. Invalid case number was searched. Okay. Let me, oh, I should just be able to, I should just be able to do this. Take the name. Is that international? No, it's just for the United States, which is where this took place. So this is, I don't understand how these are supposed to be formatted. 2/14. Case type criminal. And then maybe this bit isn't supposed to be on it. Maybe it doesn't need that bit. Well, that's not it. That ain't it. Right, let's do random. Oh, good night, Bellametheus. Thank you for joining us. Let's just do a party search for one of the defendants. So let's, who was one of the main ones here? Actually, we could just search for JoAnn here, so we should be able to just search this part. Oh, that's bankruptcy court. Why can't we find the outcome of this trial? Maybe we need to go on to wait. Case number 1412. Wait, is this the outcome, maybe? Oh no, it isn't. Let's see. So we've got a case number here. Let's try and search in the Michigan case search and see what we can find. Michigan case search. Oh, we have done this before. We have been here before. Search for cases. Ooh. Oh wait, there we go. Cases search. Case must be a case number. Well, let's try just searching one. Right. Oh. Advanced search. Maybe it's this one. Is that a valid case? Must be a number. Well, I gave you a case number and you said no. Oh wait, it's got us the title here. Let's just Google search that. I'm trying to find the case video I watched. Haven't found it soon, but hopefully you will. Oh. govinfo.gov. What is this? What was the opinion? Is it the same file? I think I already have this open. Oh, wait. Opinion. Okay, let me read this opinion out for you guys. So, the circuit judge, according to JoAnn's estate, 2 local police departments and many officers covered up JoAnn's murder. The alleged plots required duping other officers, the US Coast Guard and Canadian authorities. The motive, to help a friend who sold the officers alcohol at prices cheaper than Costco. Oh, we didn't know that. What at first sounds fanciful is moored by some odd facts. For example, JoAnn's daughter swears that an unidentified officer questioned her about JoAnn before the police suspected that JoAnn was missing. Oh. Another officer had JoAnn's spare key that allegedly went missing a month before her disappearance. That said, a reasonable jury cannot return a verdict for the estate. And as a result, we affirm the district court's decision to grant summary judgment to the defendants. Which means they didn't win. Unfortunately. Oh, this is a bit... Oh, it's quite a long document. Okay. Let's see if... So here is the Unsolved Mysteries wiki. Okay, there's not really much else on here. Oh, we've got an obituary. Okay, I think we should end our coverage on this obituary here. So, JoAnn, age 55, of Grosse Pointe Woods. Loving mother to Michelle, Kelly, and Michael. Sister to Rosemary, Kathy, William, and John. Aunt to 6, great aunt to 3. Former wife of David T. Romain. In lieu of flowers, memorial contributions in care of the family are greatly appreciated to help fund the ongoing research and investigation of JoAnn's untimely death. Okay, I'll just come back to visitation. Share memories of the family on the online guest book. Let's see whether there's anything still here. I wonder whether they have an archive of the guest books. Guest book. And by name. Oh, no, that's not your spell name. How far back does this go? We've got 2011. Oh, it doesn't contain... Oh, there we go. Okay. Right, let's take a look, shall we? Photos and videos. Oh, there's not much there. Obituary and service. Okay. Yeah, there's not much information there. All we know is that there is a public group and there is a public Facebook group. And I think, guys, even though there's no justice served in this case, and I'm so angry about this case. Yo, why is my... Why is it doing that? Oh, there we go. I think that is where we're going to bring this coverage of this case to a close. This will be available to rewatch on this Twitch channel, and it will also be available to rewatch on my second channel, which is !second channel in the chat. I'll do that for you right now. There. If you wanted to watch that, I'll be up there soon. So thank you all so much for joining us today. We are going to raid out if there's anybody to raid. Okay, my friend Meg, she is a makers and crafting streamer, so they're making and crafting things. Jessica, hello. Oh my gosh, my love, you deserve VIP. Yes, we're just closing out. We will be live tomorrow night, Sunday. There'll be a new true crime video out tomorrow night, and there will be a live stream, or we'll be playing a laid back game, not yet decided what. Maybe Animal Crossing, who knows? What time? 10 p.m. UK time for the stream, and 9 p.m. hopefully for the true crime video. So we're going to be raiding out. When you go into Meg's chat, say it's a Joshua Miles raid. Tell them that you are sending that you're coming from me, and say we're bringing all the love. So I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Love you.